Oh, hello.
Aye. So, what are they called? Buzzballs, right?
Buzzballs, yeah.
Talk me through these things because they look like they belong in a lab.
They're they're like, I don't even know how to explain them, but they're like really strong alcoholic balls.
There you go.
So
That's all I need.
they're 13.5%, by the way.
Holy shit. Okay.
And it's in a 200 ml ball.
I told you I was bringing drinks, so you met the criteria. It's fine.
You said that you're bringing drink, and I went, okay.
Yeah, I'll see you and I'll raise you. I'll bring my science kit.
Oh, but how has your day been? What have you been up to?
Pretty chill. It's been a chill day.
Yeah.
Saturdays are really nice for me because Saturdays are those days where like normally I don't have a huge amount planned.
Mm,
So I like completely detach and like I've just spent the day out the house, chilling with the dog, chilling with my partner, just walking around town. Just yeah, it's just nice to just get out, get
nice.
away from the internet.
Yes, yeah. No, that's nice. I went out for breakfast this morning. Went out and had breakfast with my grandparents, my brother, and my mum.
Aw.
So that was nice.
Oh, big family brekkie.
Yeah.
Now,
No, it
important, what
was.
kind of breakfast was it though?
Oh, it was a fried breakfast, obviously.
So you know what you're
Um,
talking.
I had some scrambled eggs, some bacon, some beans, some hash browns, and some toast.
Filthy. It's the hash
Mm.
browns that tick the boxes.
And I got extra hash browns as well because it was meant to come with sausage, and I'm not a massive sausage fan. So don't look at me like that. I don't need another G bag situation.
Listen, we've only just got started, all right?
So yeah, I got extra hash brown instead of sausages, which I think was necessary. So I ended up having
I
4 hash
respect
browns.
I respect part of that statement. And I'm sorry
Oh,
if there's anyone out there saying, "No, I think mashed potato is the best kind of potato." Get out of town. Hash browns kill it every time. Behave
yeah,
yourself.
100%, 100%. Or I do love a roast potato as well. I would say roast potatoes are over mashed potato.
There are many things that are over mashed potatoes because mashed potatoes are the most like overrated things in the world.
I don't know. I do love a bit of mash.
I've put my hot take out there. Really, I'm like deferring away from the sausage talk. Quick.
No, I do. I am a mashed potato fan. I do like a bit of mash. If I go to
Okay.
Nando's,
Okay.
I will opt most of the time for mashed potato over chips.
Imagine going to Nando's and ordering the blandest thing on the menu.
Well, I get lemon and herb chicken anyway, so
Oh
it
my
might as
god,
well
Jade.
be really bland.
For God's sake. But it's convenience.
Oh.
It's nice. It's the day out. It's fine. I respect it. I'm not going to mock. You're the host. I can't be mean.
You can be mean all you want.
No, I won't. I won't. I'm teasing. Anyway, hello.
Hello. Right, let me just make sure I've got that loaded. So tell us about yourself. Introduce yourself.
Oh man, I've got to do formals and stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, yeah, that's probably the way to go, isn't it? Well, hello. I'm my name's Div or Danny. I run a Twitch channel called Div and Inc., which stands for diversity and inclusivity. I'm a very loud, very proud transgender variety streamer. I've been streaming for 4 and a bit years, which is kind of crazy actually. But it's been a hell of a ride. I do lots of silly things on this platform. Um, Predominantly, I'm a Sea of Thieves player, but I like to watch a lot of crap TV. I like to do a lot of chatting like this because I get 3 gins in me and I refuse to shut the fuck up. Um, and yeah, like just love a little. I'm just a big fan of connecting with other people and community projects. Really, I do a lot of chatting and trying to raise awareness about LGBTQIA plus like inclusivity matters and normalization because there's just too much anger in the world. And I think, why can't we just sit and have a chat about it? I mean, there's so many people who don't understand, right? That it's like that's okay. Just I'm not going to vilify them. It's just give them space to ask questions. So that's kind of one of my main drives.
Sure. Sure. Nice. Well, it's lovely to have you
Yeah.
on. And it's lovely
Well, when you
to.
put a post out going, who'd be interested? I'm like, well, Jade's my kind of people. This is just too good an opportunity because I just get to sit and have a drink and have a chat. This is perfect.
Exactly. And that's how I want it to be. Like I don't ever want anyone to come on as a guest and feel sort of nervous. Like I'd love for people to just come on and like we're doing now, just sit, have a chat, have a drink, and just pretend like the world isn't there.
I mean,
Like
I'm going to clarify. I'm masking to fuck, and I'm absolutely shitting my pants. But that's fine.
I mean, I am sweating.
Why are you sweating?
I'm always sweating. Every time I do these, I always get really nervous myself.
Listen, I've watched you do this a few times. And you're very good at it.
Thank you. I do have my moments of being like, oh, I don't know what to say. Or is there too much
That
awkward
can happen,
silence?
right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
All
can
the time.
happen. You need like 4 or 5 utter ridiculous things to just kind of like fall back on.
Yeah. Yeah. No, sometimes I struggle to get my words out as well, and I end up stuttering, and then I'm like, oh, I've made an absolute twat of myself.
Listen, like we've both kicking off the day with booze that's like stronger than it probably should be. So I think we're both going to make a twat of ourselves tonight. So
Yeah.
let's just embrace it.
Yeah, exactly. So, obviously, other than Sea of Thieves,
Yeah,
you also do Friday Night Pride.
I do.
Could you tell us a bit about Friday Night Pride?
Friday Night Pride came about. It's something I've wanted to do for a very long time. The premise of Friday Night Pride is, and you would have maybe seen it in other brands, is basically I've recreated community members. My community is called the Pride Brigade. I've recreated long-standing members of the community in the wrestling game WWE 2K25. And I've created them to be like a little bit like them or to reflect elements of their character that I want to celebrate or ways that I want to basically like find humor in who they are or how they represent themselves. And we just got this long running story arc of a community that's absolutely built around inclusivity and love. Every 2 weeks on a Friday, we all pour a drink and celebrate that community kicking the living shit out of each other in game. There's no
As you
more loving
should.
way of doing it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's I did it as an experiment. It took me a few months to set up. And there was colleagues who run their own version of this on their platforms who really helped me set it up, and they were absolutely fucking brilliant about it. Um, so I didn't expect it to last as long as it did, and it's already like 6 months in, and it's really good. It's a good laugh.
I've been there for a few Friday Night Prides, and it is very fun to watch.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's a great
silly.
time. It's a great time, and you do it. You do it
Yeah.
every. Is it every 2 weeks? You alternate with marbles,
I
don't you?
do. Yeah, I do. And it was like that was a decision. Like I was sort of thinking, do I do this every Friday? And actually, there's a lot of work that goes into trying to prepare story arcs and work with members of my community. I mean, members of my community can like submit promos and film videos of themselves being ridiculous. There's a member of our community who legitimately nearly put himself in hospital trying to elbow drop a table.
Oh,
Um, it was it made for a good promo, but I was worried about him. Um, and it's nice to have a break from it as well because like obviously doing what we do in the Twitch space, you can go all in and you can spend so much time working on these sort of different content ideas, but you need to have a bit of time to yourself as well. So I
yeah.
decided every 2 weeks makes more sense because you get a little bit of downtime, get some time with the people I love and, in the local area. I'd spend time with my partner. I actually focus on the fact that I have a full-time job. I should actually do my job sometimes. So, just little things like that.
Yeah. No, that's nice. And you do marbles as well as like like sort of interval in between, right? So like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
weeks that
and
you're
you
not
do
doing
this
it.
as well on Fridays, right? You occasionally will do a marbly Friday.
I
It's a
will
really like easy
occasionally.
way.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
will
it's a really
occasionally.
easy way to spend a stream.
Yeah. And if you're not feeling like super energetic or you just want to keep things chill, it's quite nice to just run a marble stream and just have music playing and everyone just
Exactly.
participating. It's great.
It's just like I always see it as it's a really nice way on a Friday to have a few drinks with your friends,
Yeah.
enjoy some tunes, have a giggle,
Yeah.
share your stories for the week. It's just, and you've got the marbles running in the background. And you know, and I'm not going to say people get competitive about it, but holy shit, there's some shade fired sometimes.
I think I get quite competitive in marbles when my marble's like second and you call my marble out and then suddenly I die.
It's the rule of a streamer. You know full well you've probably done this where someone looks like they're absolutely going to win, and you're egging them on, and then it all goes wrong,
Yeah.
and suddenly it's all your fault because it is your fault. You hosted the game. You did this.
When I actually did some marbles last night and every time that I won, my chat was calling it rigged.
Oh, it is rigged when you win.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely rigged.
Yeah. I think I won like 3 or 4 times.
Okay, that is pushing it. Yeah, the
Oh.
streamer's not allowed to win. We have a thing running because I have kind of like an on running kind of system with my marbles where people gain VIP badges, but like I run it in seasons of every 4 months. Where like at the end of that 4 months, only VIP, like if you win a Grand Prix, you get a VIP badge. And at the end of 4 months, we run one race where only VIPs can enter, and it's like a big prize as a result of winning that one race. But the real incentive for some people is they want me to win Grand Prix because if I win Grand Prix, VIPs get lost.
Oh.
And like it just becomes chaos because like it's happened before where I've won a Grand Prix and we spin this wheel, any VIP is at risk, but there's an option that's called Armageddon. So literally every VIP gets wiped. And it's
Oh.
literally, I'm sat there thinking, this is really awkward because one, it's fucking hilarious. And two, I could lose about 25% of my viewership by doing this.
Oh, those poor VIPs that can't make it to stream that end up losing their VIP in a day that they're not there.
Honestly, the next 2 weeks is awkward as fuck as people arrive and go, wait, where's my VIP? Ah, well,
uh,
please don't leave. But
uh, yeah, I feel like that's the reason why I've sort of avoided doing that with my VIP badges because I would feel so bad if I had to take people's badges away.
I get it. I get it. And I think that's why I did the shift for the VIP not to mean VIP. It's like a
Mm,
golden ticket into a race, but like anyone could lose it at any time. It's purely like luck, you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
as opposed to because it's a weird one. And I think a lot of people who stream probably experience this when they're issuing VIPs. It's a lovely thing to issue as a streamer, but you reach a point where you start to think there's so many people that are here that I love. Don't make me choose my favorites because
yeah,
they're all brilliant. They're all
yeah,
amazing. This community is incredible. And I don't think one person's better than the other, you know?
yeah, exactly. You want everyone to feel like they're all sort of equal. You don't ever want anyone to
Yeah,
feel like they're being picked over someone else, kind of thing.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh, I can't remember the last time I
exactly
gave
that.
out a VIP badge.
Well, this is awkward, isn't it?
I'm like, when did I last give someone VIP? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
really awkward. I've 7's in chat for the non VIPs, everybody.
Whoops.
Whoops. Up the
um.
scum, the common scum. I'm one of you.
So on Sundays, you also host Come Div with Me, which
I do.
I religiously attend. I absolutely love a
Oh,
Come Div
yeah.
with Me stream. Can you tell us a bit about what you do for that?
It's the inspiration came from a streamer you might know, many other people might know, someone I've known and watched for a while who also occasionally watches Come Dine With Me, which is a daytime TV show in the UK, a streamer called Cutter. Um, and I used to watch like old 90s game shows and things like that because quite old. So it's quite nostalgic. And everyone was asking, "Can we try and watch Come Dine with Me?" And I'm like, "I'd love to because I adore food, genuinely adore food." The whole premise of Come Dine with Me is five strangers hosting a dinner party for the others, and they each score each other. But it's people bringing strangers into their home and then cooking a three-course meal. I love cooking for the people I love when they visit me. So always, and this show's been going for nearly 25 years.
Mm.
Whenever I have watched it, I get so angry at these people because they're cooking absolute dog shit, or they've just come up with the most random ideas, and I'm just sat there thinking, "What in a cinnamon toast fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
Um, that I was desperate to try it with my community because I knew I'd enjoy watching it. I knew I'd get really angry at it, and I was convinced my community would be very, very entertained by the fact that I'm just raging at someone. For instance, right, I'm still fucking angry about this. There was one person on this show who had four strangers in his house, and because he used to work in waste management, he served chocolate mousse in little plastic wheelie bins. I cannot tell you how angry this made me.
Did that get rated as a shit plate?
It's beyond the shit plate. It's fucking madness. I don't want to eat chocolate mousse out of a wheelie bin. Okay.
I don't think anyone would want to eat chocolate mousse out of a wheelie bin.
Exactly. So that's kind of the level of rage I find, and I still get angry about some of it. Um, but it started off as a one-off thing, and it's turned into this very routine Sunday afternoon. Right, we're going to watch Come Dine with Me together, and a lot of people really enjoy it and get involved, and we run predictions and bets. But the best part of it is, again, because I'm a really keen cook. I try and share food I make and recipes I make with my community, and I encourage everyone else out there to like get in the kitchen and have a go at something new, or to celebrate what you can cook. Because I think there's a lot of there's quite often people will share photos of like things they've bought in a restaurant or a really nice takeaway, which is fucking great. But like celebrate stuff you've made. It's creative. It's cool.
Mm.
It's you've done, and more importantly, sometimes you're doing it for people you care about. And I really really like that. So I started running this kind of community competition called Noms of the Week, where I just encourage people, if you've cooked something, show it off because we'll celebrate it no matter what. And then every week, just for a laugh, we'll pick out a few, and everyone watching will vote on what they think is the best plate of the day. And it's turned into this huge thing with so many people getting involved, and submitting some absolute bangers of meals. I'm looking right at you. You've submitted some, and I'm going to use this word very purposefully, filth. Okay. Like,
Well,
I think was it last week you submitted a stuffed cheesy garlic bread?
yeah, it was the chili stuffed garlic bread.
I nearly slid off my chair. That was like I was a little bit hungover, and all I could think about was pushing that inside my face quite quickly.
Like, hung.
Literally. Um, but I think that's the beauty of it because we all become quite inspired by others, and I've seen other people within the community start to really try new things.
Yeah.
Um, to the point where we've actually got a couple of streamers within the Pride Week who start cooking streams as a result as well.
Oh, okay.
Um, and that's really really cool to see because they've really started like pushing themselves in the kitchen to cook like they've never cooked before, and they're doing like they really are doing incredible. And I think I think it's a skill that everyone can play around with and just enjoy. It doesn't matter what you make as long as you're happy with what you're eating.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say Rebecca's mentioned bringing up only noms to say about Jade winning. I think I've won only noms like
Uh,
3 times, maybe.
there's only one person who's won more than you,
Oh, who's that?
Graham.
Okay. And Krem tells me that I need to cook for him every week as well.
Yeah, yeah. Now I've had the pleasure of Krem has actually cooked for me, and his food is fucking phenomenal. So, to really decide who's the best, we're gonna have to arrange something. You're gonna have to make me that garlic bread in person.
Yeah, got it. Got it. Do you
Because if it
want
then means I get to if it then means I get to tell Krem he's shit in comparison, then I'll take it.
do you want the what was it? I think I did a chicken and bacon Alfredo stuffed garlic bread on one week, which actually won.
Yeah.
And then we did the chili stuffed garlic bread. Which one would you prefer?
Oh, it's the
The
chili one,
chili.
without question. I mean, to be fair, you lost to one of the most beautiful chicken katsus I think I've ever seen. Which is fair enough, but that
Yeah.
chili one, I mean, I'm salivating thinking about it. Literally.
I love chili. I love chili. Chili's probably one of my favourite meals.
It's just so comforting.
Yeah.
There's something about it.
Yeah.
And if you make a big enough one, that excitement, they're like, I get to eat this again tomorrow and the day after, and it's gonna be better.
Yeah. Leftover chili the next day. Gorgeous.
Mm,
Stunning. Love it.
mm. But like once in a blue moon, like I won't do a come down with me thing. I'll actually just go live in my kitchen and I will cook.
Mm. Oh, I
Because
think I remember watching you make like a uh was it crispy chili beef that you did
yeah, I
most
did. I did.
recently?
I went in with the idea of trying to make replications of things I like from a Chinese takeaway. The whole premise of it was I was really craving a Chinese takeaway, and the only Chinese takeaways that will deliver to me are utter shite.
Yeah. It's always the
And the
way.
things I missed most was crispy prawn toast and crispy chili beef. I was like, I'm making this myself.
It looked good. It looked good. I remember
Oh,
watching it being like,
yeah.
how is she doing this?
It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah, it
Once
does
in a
look
blue
good.
moon as well, like I'm able to have someone come and visit and have drinks and stay, and they join me in the kitchen and I cook their favorite meals, which is really nice.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would love to do a cooking stream. I just don't know how
What's
I would
stopping you?
I don't know how I would set everything up. Like
Okay.
because everything's very much detached in my room, so I don't know how I would get it all down into the
Yeah.
kitchen.
There are some good apps you can use that like utilize your mobile phone. So you can
Mm,
kind of like it your whole stream setup will connect to your phone and you like if you've got like a second device you can use as a camera, then you kind of got it set. All you need is something that will work as a microphone in a mobile capacity and it's more or less there.
mm, interesting. I might have to look into
Based on what the cooking I've seen from you, I think you should. I think it'd be fun.
it. I can
Especially if there's
try.
buzz balls involved.
Oh, a drinking cooking stream would just go so badly, I think.
No, 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 no. Be think of the content.
Mm, just making a twat out of myself in the kitchen.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what we are charged with doing, Jade.
Yes. Serv has asked me to ask you about the Canada ship plate as well.
Could, could you just time some people out for me? I genuinely I do get rageful at plates that don't make sense.
Right.
Um I have some really weird traits about me that get me really, really angry. Um, one of them is plates that don't make sense. Square bowls, what's the fucking point? Serving food on a slate or a board? Get the fuck out right now. Why are you doing that? I don't want my food on a roof tile.
Yeah.
Um, we for my birthday, a big group of us got together in Canada. I flew over to Canada and about 12 of us stayed in an Airbnb. I do it every year. Um, and on my birthday, we had this big meal in the evening, and they know how much plates make me angry. And somehow, uh, two of my friends in this group, I call Cricket and Fish, Cricket had found this set of plates that they were almost like crockery diamonds that all fit together to make a six-pointed star, but they were separate items.
Right.
And I was served a roast beef dinner with each component in one of these individual items that could move around, but it was in a 6-point star. Looking at this thing like, I don't even know what the fuck has happened. Why is my dinner a jigsaw puzzle? This makes no sense.
Which bit goes where?
Yeah. Like, and why did you choose this order? Why can I pick up my beef and my potato and swap them around? This is not how I eat. This is not how, I can't deal with. I would have preferred a roof tile and I still would have been angry.
Yeah, I don't think I would be very happy if I got served the jigsaw puzzle for my dinner.
It, it was so confusing. And it didn't help that I was also fucking wankered at the time as well.
I can imagine. I can imagine just
Not that I
the.
ever do that. Not that I ever do that. No, no, no,
Oh,
no.
no, I always do that, don't worry.
I
No,
knew I
I could
liked you.
I could imagine just how you would react being served that.
Honestly.
I mean, seeing your reaction now, I feel like it would be this amplified by 100.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment, actually. That is a fair assessment. I mean, to be fair, I also have a lot of respect to them for commitment to the bit.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've got a picture of it somewhere, but yeah, this thing
Was it
was
just you
fucking.
that was
They
served this
even
terrible plate?
yes, they bought. They only had one actual. Everyone else had a normal fucking plate. Everyone else had a normal round crockery plate, an actual fucking plate. I'm being served on something that looks like it looks like serving a roast beef dinner at a cult. Like I don't know what's happening anymore. I can't even use a knife and fork on this thing.
Each bit, like, you're cutting into it and it's all just moving around and separating.
Exactly that. Exactly that. I want to eat my dinner. I'm not trying to win a crystal in the crystal maze. Behave yourself.
Oh, God.
Sorry, triggers.
Oh, no, it's fine. Is that, would you say that's probably the worst plate that you've ever been served food on?
Without question, yeah. Without question, that was one of the worst things I've ever been served food on. Um, there was a place that was because I mean, obviously, there are some places that will serve food on, and it was definitely a trend about 10 years ago. You'd always get food on like a wooden board, and it was fancily designed for serving food on. I once in a pub got served food on a wooden board, and this thing was not a wood. It literally looked like they'd just got a bit of tree out the garden,
Oh,
and I'm like,
take it
I
away.
don't know, I don't even know where to start. Like, has my steak now got woodworm? Like, what do I do?
Yeah, oh.
There's bark on this. I don't want to eat something that has bark. It's got bark next to it.
You
This
get
makes no
splinters in
sense.
your food.
Yeah. Why does it taste oaky? I'll tell you why. Because it's on a fucking tree.
See, I used to be someone that was very much I had a chopping board that was engraved with like my name on, and
Okay.
I used to use that as like a presentation thing. I'm pretty sure that picture of that garlic bread that I posted was on my or was on my wooden board, was on my chopping board.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I did used to use that quite a bit, but it would only be for like bread or like pizzas or whatnot. I would never put a steak or anything on there.
Right.
It would always have to be
Right.
like bread or pizza or like a pita or something like
And there's
that.
absolute psychopaths who think, oh, I'll put a spaghetti bolognese on a wooden chopping board.
Yeah,
You
no,
just should
that's
never be allowed in the kitchen ever. I'm
no.
fine with you putting food on like a board and that sits in the middle and everyone helps themselves to bits for their plate. That's fine. That's
Yeah.
serving. That's okay. But don't serve me up food on something. I'm not going to eat on something that may have once grown conkers. I don't want to. A dog pissed on this once. Stop it.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I've just ruined wooden boards for you all. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Never touching a wooden board again. Thank you.
Mhm.
Oh, so what originally got you into streaming? What made you want to start streaming originally?
Good question. Get back on track. Um, I think it was it for basically it was off the back of we went through the pandemic.
Mm.
And the pandemic was a really weird time for everyone in very different ways. Um, a lot of people weren't working or furloughed, so they were stuck at home. I was working, so I still had to go into my workplace every day, albeit we shift that shift pattern. So throughout the entire pandemic, it was me and my partner at the time were kind of in our house on our own, and I'd go to work, and it was just by the end of it, I felt like I'd become this huge social recluse. I just miss connection. In parallel, I'd started to really embrace and started to come out as at the time, as a gender fluid, non-binary person.
Mm,
Um, so like the idea of starting to get back out there, finding the new me, feeling comfortable in my own skin was one kind of scary. But also I was desperate to kind of get as much connection as possible.
sure.
Um, And I during the pandemic, because I'd started playing Sea of Thieves with a few friends, I wanted to know how to get a little bit better at this game because I was shit at this game. Um, and I found a couple of streamers at the time. I'd never been on Twitch before. Never. I knew it existed, but I just never bothered with it. And I found a few streamers that played it, and I watched them, and it was like, oh, I'm going to get a few little bits and bobs here. This is really helpful. And I started getting chatting, started to get to know a few people, and I thought to myself, well, one, I want to start being a bit more social. Two, I want to start being a bit more brave about my identity and my journey. And three, I feel like I can go live. I'm confident to go live. And if there's any problems, it's not going to really bother me too much. But equally, it's taken me a long time to get to this stage in my life when it comes to gender dysphoria that I know for a fact there are so many people out there who have not even got to where I am and they're feeling quite alone and scared and things like that. So if I do this, one, I can find some more confidence in myself. I can connect with people like me. But two, if there's one person out there who like might benefit from someone else being quite loudly and proudly themselves while they step forward in their journey, then that on its own is kind of worth it.
Mm, yeah, that's quite inspiring actually. I've obviously I think I only met you. I think we met in 20 must have been 2023 because that's when I started streaming.
Yeah, it
Um,
was.
and
Yeah,
I
it was
think I
through
met
Burbs
you
community,
through
wasn't it?
Burp, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and I think when I met you, you'd already come out as trans.
Mhm.
Um, what what year did you come out as trans? If you came out as gender fluid, did you come out as gender fluid first?
Well, it's an odd one, right? Because some people will say gender fluid. Some people believe they're two kind of very separate entities, and that's
Yeah.
totally valid. Um, there's others who say the transgender label operates across the entire spectrum. Neither one is right or wrong, in my
Mm.
opinion. I would say I've always identified as trans, but I came out openly as trans in maybe 2021
Mm.
um, in my kind of immediate social circles outside of Twitch, and started really kind of starting to express that on Twitch in 2022. At the very beginning, it was like January 2022 when I started streaming. So very much kind of sat in this non-binary gender fluid, quite feminine presenting, but with they them pronouns and very much not identifying male or female. I think it wasn't until 2024 when I decided that the doors that had kind of closed for myself, um, I was going to open those and start to look through them, um, and realize that actually I'd kind of put a limit on myself a little bit. So, you know, I wanted to explore that a little bit further. And the more doors you open, the more doors I started to realize, actually, this is what I want, and I've been holding myself back a bit. So, yes, that's how I identified previously. Now, you know what? Bring on the womanhood because it's just so much better on this side of the fence at the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah. So am I right in thinking so you recently had a was it a meeting with the doctor about the
Yeah,
gender reaffirming? Was that it?
yeah. The whole. the whole gender reaffirming care in the UK on the NHS is a long-winded,
Sure.
so many glass ceilings and brass rings that you're grabbing for. It takes forever. I got referred to a gender specialist in 2019. I
Wow.
didn't get seen by the NHS until 2021.
Wow.
Yeah, it is long and it's getting worse. During that time, because of a non-binary identity, I didn't beyond hormone therapy and things like that. I didn't want anything more. And it was in 2024. I told my doctor, right, I want to now speak to people about gender affirming care, physical surgery. I want to, what would you do if somebody is keen to transition from one gender to another? That's when you think of it in a binary structure. There's an entire spectrum here, but um, and immediately the NHS suddenly became much more efficient because they don't know how to deal with non-binary identities. They just make it
Mm.
up as they go along. But the minute you apply a binary structure, suddenly they know what they're doing. But even then, it took a long time. And it was this year I spoke to my first specialist about gender affirming care, which was a long process. They were very kind, they were very thorough. It took maybe about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it went very well. They're willing to approve, but the NHS system requires 2 independent specialists to approve, and only then do you get referred for things like surgery and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
So, kind of halfway there for approval.
Yeah. Have they given you sort of any sort of timeline on when your next sort of appointment would be? No.
Oh, no, they haven't got a clue.
No.
They were genuinely kind of, like, really apologetic about it. They just don't know, and it's not their fault,
No.
Um, gender therapy, especially within the UK, the gender care system on the NHS is so heavily underfunded and underfocused that the amount of specialists they have such a backlog, they will never catch up.
Yeah.
Um, and that's not because there's a massive increase, it's because their funding and their allowance is just getting trimmed year after year.
Yeah. It's quite sad, really. Like,
It is.
seeing how bad our healthcare is getting for literally anything.
Right? And, like, I've talked a lot about so many other elements of this, and it's not just about people with gender dysphoria. I mean, look at so many elements of female healthcare.
Mm.
There's a huge focus in various avenues at the moment about AFAB conditions like endometriosis and stuff like that. The amount of work that goes into that through the NHS is so low that there's too many women out there who are diagnosed with endometriosis way too late, and that's just one extreme example. Um, like
Yeah.
the gender gap in the health system doesn't help.
No. And I don't know if you, we were speaking about it actually in Prev's chat recently. I don't know if you were there when we were talking about it. Um, but I was saying, so I've gone through most of my life with like terrible, terrible like times of the month. And it took
Really,
me a long time to finally get up the courage to go to the doctors and be like, there's something not quite
right?
right. And it was constantly, oh, it's just normal. It's all this. Like, don't worry about it. It's fine. Just have this pain relief, and you'll be fine. And it wasn't until I think I must have been 23, 23, 24, and I'm 27 now. And I went to the doctors and I said, something is not right. I'm suffering. I'm in so much pain. Like, it's causing me back pain. I struggle to get out of bed some days. Um, it's just causing me the most immense amount of pain I've ever felt in my life. Um, and I want you to refer me. And it took 2 weeks of fighting for a referral. Of every day constantly calling up, being like, "Have you made a referral? Have you made a referral?" To then get referred to the gynecologist, which took another 6 months for me to see the
Really? Wow.
gynecologist. Yeah. Finally saw the gynecologist, and they referred me to my local hospital, where I had an ultrasound. Where the woman who did my ultrasound was very, very dismissive. She did the ultrasound, didn't tell me anything, and just sent me out and sent me on my way. Said nothing was wrong. So I went back to the gynecologist 5 months later, um, to then be told that actually there was something wrong, And I have a condition that's called adenomyosis, which is
Okay.
adenomyosis but on the inside rather than on the outside.
Right.
Um, so very very similar in symptoms. So they wanted to refer me for keyhole surgery to check that I didn't have endometriosis as well.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
That took a year and a half.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
And it's
it's awful.
evidential of the level of a health system that will dismiss female specific issue.
Yeah,
Um, and I don't think that's necessarily an individual problem with an individual person within the system. I think it's a systemic problem within the
yeah,
system, one that's just trying to get people out the door. And like, it's all too often women are just dismissed of, oh, you're in pain, take a painkiller, go home. Like, no, there's some serious things that need to be one take like people need to be listened to when they
yeah,
say this is bad, and two, fucking research it because it's
yeah,
important. And there's too many people suffering for years before they get seen. A very old flame of mine suffered so badly with endometriosis. It took her nearly 8 years to get a diagnosis
mm,
back in the noughties, and like the surgeries that followed, and she still has problems today. Like she's had a horrific journey relying on the health service to get help on it. And she's a lot
yeah,
better than she was, granted. Now that once the diagnosis kicked in and the first few surgeries were done, that definitely improved her way of life. But the run up to that, it was just so bad. And they literally would just send her home with a box of ibuprofen
yeah,
for
yeah,
years.
yeah. It's not great. And even since my diagnosis and having the surgery, to be fair, um, after that there was sort of no help whatsoever. They sort of said you had this condition. The there's no there's no cure for it. It's just managed with different types of like pain relief, or you can get the coil if you want the coil, which I do not want. Um,
Which is a horrific process in itself.
exactly. And they said the last option would be a hysterectomy. And
Oof.
imagine offering that to a 25-year-old at the time, being
Yeah,
like, you can have your womb removed. That'll
that
help.
is, yeah, that's a terrifying thing to hear at any age.
Yeah,
A really terrifying thing to hear at any age. I mean, good lord. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
It's
even
difficult on our health system.
yeah, even now, like if I go to the doctors about anything relating to that, the doctors have no idea. Like, no, there's no GP in my local GP surgery that knows almost anything about women's health. Um, so I would have to ask then for another referral to the gynecologist if I wanted to speak to anyone that knew something,
Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah.
which would then take a ridiculous time in itself. So there's
Hmm.
almost no point. So then you're left suffering on your own.
Yeah, yeah, that's really hard. And I think because we have to lean, we've really gone deep and kind of
Mm.
medicinal and political now, haven't we? You can tell we're one drink deep. Fuck, those buzz bombs are good. Um, I think, in fact, by being witty, I've now forgotten what I was going to say. No, it's gone. It's absolutely gone. I've got stage fright.
Cogs
Never mind.
turning.
Yeah. I fucked it. I fucked it.
But yeah, no, it's not an easy process, and I take
It's
my hat
not.
off to anyone
It's not.
that's going through the same as well. Um,
Yeah, that was the
and
point I was going to make. It was GPs. Is like I do feel bad for GPs because they're kind of like, and this is a real generalization. This is what my this is how my dad describes it. And my dad is he's an old-fashioned man, quite frankly. But like when he's had some problems in his older age, he just gets annoyed that his GP doesn't really know anything beyond how to deal with a common cold, and he just basically refers to a GP as a jack of all trades, master of fuck all.
yeah,
And it's like it's a very horrible way of describing it, but there's an element of truth there. You go in there with anything remotely complicated, the fact that they'd have to refer, that it's almost like they don't want to. And you have to really force their hand. I had to do it with my, with various steps of my gender journey. I've had to really force their hand. I've had to read specialist letters verbatim to them to prove their decisions or what they were doing wasn't right. And
mm,
it only to like literally I feel like I'm dictating to a child. Like, these are the specialists. Why am I project managing you?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even as like, because obviously I'm training to be a nurse, and
Okay.
even working in the hospitals and stuff, the doctors still don't know fuck all. Like the doctors come to the nurses for almost everything, and
Yeah.
all the doctors will be told, if you need to know anything about any patient in this vicinity, ask a nurse. The nurses always know more than the doctors.
That's completely takes away the illusion that we're led to believe, doesn't it?
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
we're relying on those doctors to be the experts. When, you know, we've all watched things like ER. They should know what they're doing.
Yeah.
George Clooney knows. Why don't you? Show my age there. Rebecca in chat's made a really, really good point of kind of like, we're talking about two people who've really pushed to get what we need.
Yeah.
What about all those people who don't have that personal strength to push someone?
Sure.
They're going to hear like what they perceive to be an expert say there's nothing wrong with you and go away. Well, it's all my fault then. There's a lot of people who are too anxious to really push a doctor and say,
Yeah.
no, knob off. I need something.
Yeah. I mean, even in Prev's chat the other day when we were having the conversation, um, I was saying the amount of us in that conversation in Prev's chat that had the same experience just makes you think of how many people in the world have gone through the exact same thing,
Right?
and might not even have anyone to tell about it. It's really sad.
Exactly that. Yeah, exactly that. That whole stiff upper lip thing and like having to like stay on top of like just get on with your day and not make a fuss.
Yeah.
I get the only person I can think of is my grandmother. My grandmother is like one of the hardest women in the world. She's Mancunian through and through. She's about 5'2". She's hard as nails, but she can go through the worst things in the world. And she'll be like, I ran it under a tap. I don't need to go to the doctor. I'm fine. I'm absolutely
Yeah.
fine. Nan, you broke your hip. No. I didn't. I caught two buses to the market. I'm fine. I just got a bag of frozen peas and held it there. I'll be okay. Literally, Nan, go to a hospital.
Yeah. My granddad's very much like that. He could literally like be missing an arm and be like, "Oh, I'm fine."
It's madness,
Like,
isn't it? It's utter
okay,
madness.
sure thing.
Yeah.
Uh, no, I feel like yeah, it's yeah. We've delved off into deep
We've gone
politics
down. We've
and
gone deep. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
no, it's. I think we both took the conversation that way, and it felt right to take the conversation that way, if I'm honest. Um,
That's all good then.
exactly. Um,
I don't know about you, but I'm on my second drink now. So,
are you? I'm still on my first. I'm about midway through.
chat, everyone judge the streamer, please.
They're bloody strong.
Fair enough.
I'm
Fair
taking
enough.
my time, or I'll start slurring.
How long have you been streaming?
Um,
2023 you started, right?
March 2023. Yeah.
What made you decide to start?
Oh, oh, I'm being interviewed now.
It's getting flip reverse, Jade.
Oh, I honestly couldn't tell you. Was I was sat downstairs in my living room with my laptop on my lap, just chilling, doing random stuff, and I think a girl that I used to go to the gym with, she started streaming, and she told me all about Twitch and um
Yeah, yeah,
told me like what the platform was, and she told me like that she was obviously making some money from it, and at the time I was like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
I could like, that sounds like an easy way to make money. It's not an easy
It's
way to
not.
make money. um and I was like, oh, that sounds interesting, so I made a Twitch account to follow her and to support her while she was streaming. And I stumbled across, at the time I was obsessed with The Sims. And I stumbled across this Twitch streamer who played The Sims. She was lovely. She was so interactive with chat. She was the first person I ever
Yeah.
followed. Her name was Jess. She was so lovely. Um, and just seeing sort of how happy she was doing it, I was
Mhm.
like, I would love this. Like, I'm very much a person of, I want to make friends in a wider scope, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't have that many friends that live locally to me.
Hmm.
Since the pandemic, my social anxiety has just gone through the roof. Um, so being at home and in my own space, I feel quite safe about it. And then yeah, I just decided one day that I was going to download. I was using Streamlabs at the time. That I was going to download Streamlabs. I started streaming from my little gaming laptop with my laptop webcam, a little microphone and
Nice.
headset, looking like I was in a call
Yeah,
center.
yeah.
With my laptop on my lap, not even on a desk, so you were getting a camera view from it about here, of my double chins.
Fantastic.
And I was like, I'm just going to stream The Sims, and I loved it. And I started making friends. People were coming in regularly to streams, and it started to feel somewhat like a community. Um, and then I got a chair, a gaming chair, and this desk that I've got now. So I moved upstairs.
Hmm.
Um, and then slowly, as I sort of started streaming more, started meeting more people, I was like, I might start investing some money into trying to make things a bit nicer for people to watch, because my microphone was terrible and it was like you were listening to me with a microphone that was in my mouth. Um, it was awful. God bless the
I
people's
think
ears at the time.
I think anyone out there who streams and watches this will all relate to that. That
Oh, 100
first
percent.
few months, you think back to it and go, Jesus Christ, I barely had anything to get cracking. However, it still works, right?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
still creating a platform, you're still creating content, you're still connecting with people, and it doesn't change anything.
No, definitely not. Um, and I met some great people. Like, some of the people that I met at the beginning are still here now, and
Hmm.
still support me, even though I was gone for a year and a half.
Yeah, you took a big
um,
break, didn't you?
yeah, yeah. I was talking about this yesterday on stream actually. I I did what streamers shouldn't do, and got very focused on the numbers, and
Right.
got very in my head about things.
Hmm.
Um, and at the time, I was very self conscious. Obviously, with not going out very much, I was getting very conscious of what I looked like. So
Yeah.
I was always having to make myself look presentable as such. And there was days where I was just not feeling great and didn't fancy making myself look good. Obviously, I have a camera on. I've got to make sure that my room looks presentable around me.
Yeah.
Didn't fancy doing that either. Um,
Mm.
and then I'd start getting in my head about things, and then I started getting in my head about the numbers, and then I was like, I'm just going to take a break.
Hmm.
And originally I only planned to take a break for a few months, but a few months turned into a year and a half. Um, to just like
You
step away and just
you obviously needed that.
yeah, it was a good refresh and a good way to sort of like reset my mind and to come back with like a new idea of what I wanted streaming to be for me, which is just to stream for me, to meet people, and just to
Yeah,
have
yeah,
fun
yeah,
with it.
yeah, yeah. Perfect. And that's the right way to come into it, isn't
Yeah,
it? Like, it's so easy when you do this to get like to almost numerically assess, am I good at this?
yeah,
Like this kind of premise that you need to be good at this, um, which I think is it is so hard because we all do it and we all want to be the best we can at this when we do it. We want people to be happy. We want people to want to come back and watch. But like if you're enjoying it, if you're having a good time, it doesn't matter what you're putting out there. If you're having a good time and people are coming across because you're having a good time, they're having a good time with you, that should be priority number one.
yeah.
Now, do I practice what I preach? No, I don't think any streamer does, but that's the
No,
ideal we aim for.
yeah, definitely. And I think I know that there's been quite a few people that were in the same situation as me of they got very focused on what they shouldn't be getting focused on,
Yeah.
and was streaming for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and I've seen a few people like sort of try to go like start to go down that path.
Hmm.
Um, and then seeing them go through the same things that I felt like I was going through and having the same conversations that I was having with people at the time. Um,
Yeah.
and just trying to like sort of give my advice of like you stream for yourself and you stream to have fun, and if
Hmm.
people will come to watch you have fun, and those people
Hmm.
that stay are your people. Even if they don't stay and they go, you're still there for yourself and to entertain.
And that's really, really hard to kind of lock into and stay there, you
Yeah.
know? I'm not saying all streamers are desperate for everybody to like them.
No.
Please like me. Ever please like me. Um, but we do fall in that trap. We
Yeah.
do fall in that trap because the idea of like a group of people coming in for a day, a stream or two, and then deciding you're not for me and leaving, that it it can feel like you've failed. You haven't. They just you don't vibe,
Yeah.
and that's okay as long as you're not a douchebag. You're
Yeah.
just having fun and you're kind and you're having a good time. And you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea, and
Exactly.
it's really hard to. It's really sorry. It's really easy to forget that that's the same as real life.
Yes. Yeah. It's it's definitely a learning curve, and
Hmm.
I feel like everyone goes through it. Everyone that's a
They do.
streamer goes through the same thing. Um, there'll be some people that say that they don't go through that, but I think everyone has the same thoughts.
They do. They do. They do. And
Yeah.
it's really, really easy when you, certainly if you've been around for a little while and you see other people that you've known for a while suddenly do incredibly well, you can sit there and think, so why am I not doing equally well?
Yeah.
Like I'm happy for them, but why am I not doing so well? And that that can really mess with your head.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I've like obviously I'm so happy for like seeing my friends like do great, but there are sometimes, and I will say it, there are some times that I
Yeah.
sit there and I'm like, am I doing something wrong?
Exactly that. Exactly that. It's in no way are you sit negatively thinking about someone that you've supported or someone that you're friends with or someone that you care about deeply doing well. Like you're watching them do incredible and you're like, this is I'm so pleased for them. And then there's a small part. It's so easy to internalize and go, why can't I do that?
Yeah.
What am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
Because they've done amazing and I'm proud of them. I wish I could do the same. And
Yeah.
it's like the truth of the matter, the truth of the matter is you're not doing anything wrong. It's just if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. There's a lot of luck out there as well, but it also if you're trying to do it to succeed, you're going in with the wrong idea.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's one of those constant ongoing battles, I think, for many people. Um,
Hmm.
but like staying on that topic, like what tips would you give to someone, say that wants to start streaming or has always
Ooh,
thought
that's a
about
good one.
streaming? What tips would you give?
That's a really good one. My number one tip for anyone if you go live, on top of what we've already said, that whole idea, like, and I think that's a really important element to consider. Why are you going into this? Go into it with the intention of enjoying the things you enjoy so that you meet people who enjoy what you enjoy. And that feeds into what I think is one of the most important elements. If you want to stream, the most important thing you can do so you don't burn out and end up hating it, be 100% yourself. Because if you try to be something you are not, it will crash and burn. You will end up either hating it or you will burn out and it will just mentally ruin you because you're trying to be something you're not. And the amount of people coming in and hanging out there are there for someone that you cannot maintain. You can't maintain that mask forever. That mask will slip and people will be confused by that. They're there to celebrate you. So if you be 100% yourself because that's easier, that's more comfortable, and that's the point where you have joy and fun, not by being something you're not.
That's a good tip. That's a good tip. That's probably the best one out of everyone that I've asked that question. That's probably The best answer
Yes,
I've had.
I'm not competitive at all, but I am winning.
No, that's a good
Also,
one.
if you've got a really cute animal, showcase that animal, it helps.
Yes, I can see your dog behind you.
She has appeared. Yeah, she realized I was talking a lot and no one was talking about her, so
Bless. No, my cat makes an appearance every now and then.
mhm,
Yeah, he's a loved cat, I will say.
mhm.
Um,
Everyone loves a guest star.
exactly. Speaking of guest stars,
Mhm.
kind of. Do you have anyone that you sort of watch regularly, like on a day-to-day basis, that you've watched religiously for however long? You're obviously a big supporter. Like a lot of you, I noticed a lot of your friend group are streamers, and you do go around and you
Yeah,
do support like all of your friends when you can. Um,
100%. I always if I'm at my PC and I can drop lurks, I drop lurks because lurks, I mean, any streamer will tell you this. You've been in the business for a small amount of time. Lurks prop streamers up. Like lurks are the big thing. But I do like to support my pals, the people that I've grown to know and love, the people that have been good to me. If I've got an opportunity, then 100%, I'm going to
sure.
pop in and say hi, show them that because it is nothing better. Nothing makes me happier than seeing the same people, even if they just pop in chat and go, just popping in, hi, love you, have a great day, warms my heart. Like it's just lovely to see. So I always try and give that back. Um, God, there's so many I can think of that I've been watching for a long time. Um, one absolute name that immediately comes to mind is probably the reason we met um was Gbub. Like
Mm,
we met through G's community. I've been following and watching G for years now. Um, and it was just that kind of space that always put a smile on my face.
yeah,
Um, the vibe, the the banter, the like such silly ripping each other to shreds, but with nothing but kind of kindness and like inclusivity as well. Yes, Rebecca, that's exactly where we found you as well.
yeah,
Um, that's where I met Prevs. That's where I met Bowie. And like, I mean, like, there's three names, really important names right there: Rebecca Rue, Prevs, Bowie. Three people who mean more to me now than like ever before. Like the three people who I genuinely adore. I've met multiple times in person, and if I could live nearer to, I would.
yeah,
Like they're very, very important people to me, and it's all come through that. Um, Obviously, I've spent a huge amount of time in the Sea of Thieves community. That was my primary focus. There's a few within there as well who I've become practically family with. Streamers wise, people like eBacon um, is like my little sister. I adore that queen. And I've watched her grow into like something huge, and it's just
yeah,
been a joy to be a part of. Um, God, there's so many examples, and I just keep listing. They're from different circles,
yeah,
and they've all just brought joy for so many different reasons. Be that because of the games they play, or the content they put out, or the humor they have, or just the wholesome inclusiveness. Like if I was just to reel off a few of people that really have stood out for me in the last few years, the Macaroni Prince, September Duck, um, B Dolan's been incredible to me. Jesus Christ, Cremery, like who's now started cooking. I mentioned him earlier from the food. A very, very good friend, and he lives in Canada, and I've met him 3 times now out there.
mm,
Um, Adore the guy. Leaf is another one. Leaf is a lifelong friend now. Like that man has got by far one of the sexiest voices in the world. So if you can ever catch his stream, it could melt butter.
right.
He has the most beautiful accent ever.
Am I? Is
But he's
he's
also
Irish?
He's Irish, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's also so kind, so wholesome, so very funny. Um, yeah. And that's just streamers. There are people amongst there's so many names you could list amongst the community,
Sure.
who are like family to me now.
Yeah, sure. And speaking of generous and
Mhm.
kind and wholesome people, you obviously do a lot for
Stop it.
charity.
Stop it.
You obviously do a lot for charity. Do you want to tell us about a bit about Cupburger?
It's an important one. It
Yeah.
is an important one. I've done so many charity campaigns since I've been a streamer. I think we have a platform where we can share things for good and we can raise awareness of different causes. I've done a lot of work with LGBTQIA plus charities, far and wide. But recently, I've got much more involved in a Twitch-led mutual aid group called Cupburger. Cupburger was put together by a group of people amongst a wider Twitch community. Um, so loads of overlapping circles where multiple streamers and prolific community members got together to set this up. The whole of it was to create this mutual aid collective where people could donate funds into it, and members of the wider Twitch community, if they were struggling, then they could request grants to therefore get funds to sort if they were struggling in terms of finances or um, maybe they lived in a setting where a surprise bill would set them back so badly that a grant from the Cupburger Mutual Aid Fund would basically stop them becoming really in trouble. A vet bill that comes out of nowhere. But even to the point where it could help people who've never had the chance to take their family on a day out because they've never been able to afford it. Like this fund helps people do that.
Mm,
Um, and that's where it started. It's now evolving into something even bigger than that. One of that is around monetization. The other is around experience and community. So the monetization aspect, it's been able to support huge GoFundMe campaigns where members of the Twitch community are trying to raise money for very significant changes to their lives. Cupburger has helped support and promote their personal GoFundMe's. The Cupburger funds have been able to make active contributions to it, but also help promote their GoFundMe's to get it fully funded. We've helped members of our communities fund their gender affirming care. We've helped a member of the community, Robin Ellis, get a brand new electric wheelchair. Um, we there was a member of my community, Titch, who was raised a GoFundMe for £500 to try and get an electric attachment to her wheelchair, which would completely revolutionize her life. It got announced on the Sunday. It was fully funded by Wednesday, and that's just from Twitch community funding.
yeah.
Um, it's huge. Um, on top of that, they're now starting to create experiences for people um, to make more community workshops and skill sharing and experience sharing and knowledge sharing. So we've got book clubs. I'm looking to maybe try and instigate kind of a cooking community so we can learn about cooking either on budgets or moving that cooking element to understand people's intolerances or allergies so that we can learn to adapt in the kitchen better. And it's just growing into this beautiful community focused thing that's not just for one Twitch group. It's not just for one streamer. It's getting far and wide. And the more we spread that message of it, the more funding comes into it, but two, the more streamers we can get involved and the more community members we can reach. So like there's a big outreach to anyone out there who streams. If they want to understand that more, and thank you, you put that link in chat, go check out the website, go check out the donation page and consider just a small donation if you can. But equally, if you're a streamer and you want to promote that or be a part of it, there's a Discord community associated with it, which can be found on the website. The more streamers that get involved, the better.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's amazing. I mean, I've seen see you promote it in your own streams. Obviously with Titch's
Yeah.
wheelchair, that was amazing. That was
Oh, just stunning.
it
Like
was
we,
it
we
blew me
like
away.
I got informed. I got informed. I'd only just said, okay, I want to become an official volunteer with this group because I'd always kind of promoted it, but I'd never really been volunteered with it. I said, right, I want to volunteer. Titch's GoFundMe got announced, and I set up a stream with Titch on the Wednesday where me and Titch were going to talk about why this GoFundMe was important. I wanted to give Titch a platform to talk about her life experience, how she'd ended up in a position she was in, so we could all understand better. Because there's a lot of us, especially when it comes to um, mobility issues, don't realize that our privilege can be like quite dangerous
Mm.
linguistically. And we don't necessarily always catch that. And it's important to allow people the voice to tell us where we go wrong. But equally, what a difference this GoFundMe would make to her life. What was ridiculous was we'd arranged that for the Wednesday. The GoFundMe finished before we even started that stream. So it's kind of like, well, we've completed the project. So yay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was still good because it was a chance to like really learn what a difference this would make to just something as simple as her being able to now go to the park with her kids, whereas previously she couldn't, which is huge.
Yeah.
From she's a mum of two small kids, and I
Yeah.
actually sorted. I went to a big Twitch meetup last week, and she was there with her attachment, speeding around the place, telling everyone that she was basically a Formula One driver and to get the fuck out of the way. Um, and she was on fire, and she was telling me all about it. And she honestly, there was happy tears in her eyes. It was just a joy to be a part of something like that.
Yeah. No, and it's such a good cause as well. Obviously, I've seen a lot of the stuff about that you've promoted about Llama and Llama's hip surgery,
Yeah.
and I think that's
Which is
amazing.
still we're still raising. Like,
Yeah.
that's not complete. I think that GoFundMe, I can't remember the value, but I think it was somewhere close to 20,000.
Yeah.
Because Llama needs 2 separate surgeries. She's been in pain, sorry, they've been in pain now for 12, nearly 13 years because of problems with their hips, and they only just got a diagnosis and told that the NHS won't be able to help necessarily. So this private fund is helping them get surgery. Um, in the space of 3 or 4 weeks, 15 grand was raised, and that first surgery's already gone through. Now it's a case of that final hurdle to get the second surgery done, and it's getting closer and closer. And I think for something like that to be organized just by Twitch communities and funded by Twitch communities, God, that's a powerful thing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I can imagine. Um
Mm,
and it's
best say it,
amazing.
Lacey.
Hello.
Jax, hey, Jax here.
Hi, Dini. No, it's amazing, and I take my hat off to everyone that takes the time to use their Twitch platform and their community to raise money
Yeah,
for everyone. It's so wholesome to see. Um, and
it is.
I
It is.
do
I
wish.
see it as a privilege. I see it as a real
Sure,
privilege. I mean,
yeah,
what we do is fantastic, and we get to really, really enjoy ourselves. But we also have the opportunity to really make a difference. Not that I'm saying anyone who streams has to make a difference, but if making a difference makes you like gives you a bit of a buzz, just fucking do it because
yeah,
actually you have way more influence than you think.
sure, sure. I've done quite a fair few charity streams in my time. Not since I've come back, but before I quit streaming, I did quite a few charity streams. There was a couple that I did for my old stream team, that we did for Fuck Cancer, um,
Damn right.
and I've done during November. November is Stomach Cancer Awareness Month, which is where I lost my dad to stomach cancer. So
I'm so sorry.
it was a like very charitable thing close to home that I wanted to do something for. So I spent the
Yeah,
entirety of the month of November raising money for a stomach cancer charity. And
amazing.
they were only a small.
Did you do any kind of like incentives with that?
I did. I can't remember what entirely it was. I think. Oh, I had canvases, which I then had some different finger paints, and each time someone gifted a sub, I would put a little thumbprint of the different color or whatever on this canvas, and turn them into little
Cute.
balloons. Um, and once it was all full, and once the charity stream was over, I actually sent it to the charity themselves. Um,
Really?
yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
I sent it to
lovely.
them and said like this is like all the people that have donated. Um, obviously I had a is it Tiltify? I had a Tiltify fund
Yeah, yeah.
open, And I was like, everyone that has donated, I've put a thumbprint or a fingerprint and turned it into this balloon, and it made this absolutely gorgeous canvas. And I wrote everyone's names on, and I sent it to charity. And I remember getting an email from them um, after the month was done, and they're only a small charity, and they were so thankful for the amount of money that we raised. I think we ended up raising about £400
Get
throughout the month.
you.
It was
Let's
great.
go.
It was great.
What a lovely idea as well. I love that idea of creating a canvas to kind of immortalize that moment.
Yeah, it was good. It
Oh,
was
you're
good.
making my heart all warm. Stop it. Ah, yeah.
Oh, look at her in the background just staring at the screen.
Well, Yara Bear.
Yeah,
Would everyone like to meet my dog?
I would.
Come on. No, no, I don't want to scratch your butt. You've got to come say hi. Come here. Up, Yara. Come here. Up. Hiya. Hello. You're going to say hello to
Oh.
everybody. You're going to say hello. Speak. Speak. Clever girl.
Oh. Rebecca said
She's
no
my
thanks.
world. Wow. Wow.
Oh.
I'm
Right,
going to tell her you said that, Rebecca.
should we move on to the Q&A
Yeah, come on, come
part?
on, come on. We've been like all serious and wholesome. Like we need to go down a daft path now.
Yeah, exactly.
I've almost finished
Exactly.
my second drink. We need to unhinge a bit.
I've picked up my second one. Finally. I'm still
Proud,
I'm on the
proud of
last
you.
bit of my first one, but I do have my second one ready.
Good, 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 good.
Okay, so um the first question that we had was from Jess.
Okay.
And it says, "How many dresses have you looked at today?"
Oh God, this is because I put a post in my Discord today. I've been invited to a wedding in August,
Right.
um, for the evening do, and I love weddings. I really do love weddings, but I've not beyond two family weddings. I've not been to like a wedding in ages. Certainly haven't been to a wedding since I've really embraced being a transgender woman. And I'm just kind of like, there are so many scenarios where I'm like trying to think of what I could wear. And like, I'm just like loud, proud, own it. It doesn't bother me. I'm like, I've got two or three possibilities. I'm gonna make a fucking scene when I turn up, and I do not care.
As you should.
But a wedding is just so much different. Like
Yeah.
one, you do not upstage the bride. Two, you don't turn up in something that could be perceived as a bridesmaid's outfit. And I'm just sat there like, it's a summer wedding. I want to get this right. And I went down a rabbit hole today. And there was members of the community firing pictures and ideas at me. And it's wonderful. And there's lots of really nice ideas. Every free moment, I'm sat there on different shops just going through all these different like summer evening reception wedding dresses, just losing my fucking mind. I must have looked at about 300 different items today, and I do not know what to do with that. Like, my if it was just like a massive party or something, I'd turn up in a fucking latex dress and not care about it. But a wedding? What the fuck? There are grandparents there. I can't do that.
Yeah, I find weddings are, especially if you're just going as a guest, you're not even going sort of
Mm,
as like a bridesmaid or maid of honor or anything like that. You're literally going as a guest. It's always so difficult to figure out what you're going to wear because you don't want to upstage the bride. You don't want to
no.
upstage, like outdress any of the bridesmaids, but also you want to be able to dress respectful enough for the person who's getting married. You want to like be respectful enough for their friends and family as well.
Yeah. And you want to feel good.
Exactly.
Like, and
Yeah.
it's just like I've realized my level of I'm going to wear this because it makes me feel good. 98% of my possible wardrobe is not wedding appropriate.
No.
Okay. Because
Neither.
like I've real there is way too I'm either like a large chunk of my wardrobe is office slay because I like making everyone at work uncomfortable, or two, absolute cunty slay. And I'm sorry I dropped a C bomb because again, I'm loud and proud. I rock up to a wedding and any of that, I'm gonna look like either someone someone's paid for me to be there, or two, I've turned up because I'm taking someone to court. It's a wedding. It's not fucking Law and Order.
Dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
No, that's completely fair. I mean, my mod Raisin, um, she's one of my best friends. Met her on Twitch in
Yeah,
2023.
yeah.
She's also getting married, and she's invited me to her wedding, which is next summer. And the minute that she messaged me and said, "Would you like to come to the wedding?" I'm sat here like, I've got to find something to wear,
Yeah,
and I
it's
don't know what to
really
wear.
stressful. I've not like I mean, outfit stress is real. I do this in every single event I go to. I go through
Mm.
outfit stress, and some people will sit there and say, "Yes, I put up with Danny every single time. Danny is a pain in the fucking ass." Like my partner's in your chat right now. She deals with me freaking out. Rebecca Rue as well. We share outfits all the time, and it's just like, "What the fuck do I wear?" But this just feel a wedding just feels dialed up by 20.
Yeah, exactly. I think I went to a Twitch streamer's wedding back in 2020 2024, I think. And I think I was searching for the dress that I wore for 6 months. I ordered one, which I was very confident that I was going to wear. It got to a week before
Yeah.
I was going to go, and I ended up buying a new one because I didn't like it anymore.
Oh, no. That's the worst as well, when you get it you get it really early and you're like, "I've sorted it." And then you've got time to think about it and you talk yourself out of it.
Yeah, terrible. I'm the worst for it.
Now, I must know, what was the outfit?
I can see if I can get a picture. Let me find it. It was a long green dress.
Beautiful. Okay,
So
good.
my hair was
Long,
very,
respectful.
yeah, it was very long. It was down to my ankles. It was ruched. It was very nice. It was a really nice dress. And it was like a sort of like a bandeau style. And around this area, it was like furry,
Oh!
and it was really nice. It was a lovely dress. Let me see if I can find this picture. Um, I don't know, but I was umming and ahhing about this dress for God knows how long. I was like, I don't know if I want this to be the dress that I wear. I ended up taking multiple options with me out there, um, and deciding on the day, which isn't the best.
We
I
need to
don't
see
know if I can
it. See,
find a
now
picture.
we've hyped it up, so it's like but, like, if you can't find it straight away, then obviously that's not hype it, but immediately I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this sounds." Because now what
Mm.
that's doing is unlocking things I've not yet looked at. So you've given me a whole new rabbit hole to go down.
I'm trying to remember what year it was. It was 20. Oh, here it is. 2023. Where's the picture of me in there? So I wore extensions as well. So I had very
Slay?
like coppery hair at this time. Let me turn my
Yeah,
light
yeah.
off so you can see. Um, it was like
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, I like I do you know what? And that's the kinda cut I really, really like. I love that kinda cut.
it was
Um,
good, and it was a very minty sort of light sagey green.
got
I'm
you.
very much a green girly, as you can probably tell.
Yeah, yeah.
And obviously with my
Everyone has
hair,
their color.
exactly, and obviously with my hair being like coppery, like sort of color at the time, I was like, green's the
Yeah,
best
yeah.
color to go with this. So that's the style of dress we're gonna wear. And I took, yeah, I think I took a couple of options with me. One of them was just like a baggy t-shirt dress, and then I decided that actually when we got there, that wasn't the option.
Yeah.
Oh, kitty.
Yeah,
Oh.
so this is my eldest cat, by the way. This is Mooney. Um, she's 10 years old and she hates the world,
Oh.
don't you? She's very grumpy. but she's lovely as well. She's
Just
very
heard
cuddly, but
I
like
heard
on
the
her
meow
terms.
as you
Yeah,
moved
yeah.
her
That's
over the
because
microphone.
she wanted to sit on my knee, and I'm like, come on, now's not the time. She's like, fuck you.
I went downstairs to get my second drink, and my mum's partner's here at the moment, and has bought his cat, which is my cat's brother. So they have cat sleepovers every other weekend. Um, but he
Oh my
hates
god,
it.
that's a thing. I didn't
Yeah,
even think of that as a thing, but that is actually fucking incredible.
yeah, they have cat sleepovers every other weekend. Um, he really does not like it here. He gets so anxious here. But he also
Oh,
really loves attention. So as I was walking up the stairs, he decided that he was going to leg it in front of me and
yeah.
lay on the landing like this, belly out, asking for belly rubs. And I was like, okay.
There's something so pure about that rare cat that likes a belly rub.
Yeah. Well,
So
I
many
mean,
cats are like, "Do you want to rub my belly? I dare you, because if you do, I will kill you."
he likes it for a solid 10 seconds and then he will start biting your wrist.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Cat.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
Ah,
that
yes,
makes sense.
claws.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
remember
Oh,
they
I'm
have
really
claws.
sharp. Yeah, they really do. And they do so with love, but fuck, it hurts.
It does, yes.
Cats are a permanent reminder to us all that love hurts.
Oh, the next question that we have received is, what advice would you have for your younger self and for your future self?
Oh, Jesus Christ, that one's deep.
It
We were talking
is.
dresses, damn it. Um, oh man, see, like, I don't want to get too deep on this because it could get really kind of like it could get really kind of like in there.
Yeah,
Um, obviously, being who I am, going through what I've gone through as a trans person, and I started transition in my late 30s. Like I'm in my 40s now.
yeah,
Like, you know, there are so many times I look back on being younger thinking, I wish I'd started doing what I'm doing now then, because the unhappiness it unlocked was like nothing else.
mm,
The advice I'd give to my younger self, who was a very I'm like, I was such a little nervous mini me. Like little Danny was just like when they lost all the inhibitions and were happy and confident, they had the best time and they were fun and they were funny and they were like they would make rooms laugh and they made friends. But so often, poor little Danny was just like hide in the room on their own. They didn't want to be in a crowd. And they didn't feel comfortable in themselves. I think the one thing I'd say to little Danny would just be kind of like, don't worry what everyone else thinks. You don't have to fit in. You like you're sat there, because I would sit there constantly going, I don't fit in. I'm not like everyone else. I don't feel comfortable in my own skin. How can I feel comfortable around these people? Um, it doesn't matter. Just be yourself.
yeah,
Just get out there and have fun and express yourself. And and more importantly, those who don't like it or those who aren't comfortable with it, they're not your people.
no,
They're not your people. The ones who really, really matter, they'll fucking love it and they'll stand by you. Um, and I think future self, I've never really thought about that. That's an interesting one because I never really think that far ahead anymore.
no, I
I
don't
used to like
either.
plan years ahead. I used to plan years ahead, like I want to have this by then. I want to do this. I hope future me is doing this. I don't. I can't even think a week ahead.
Yeah,
I'm just literally like whatever happens, happens.
yeah,
Um, but I think if I was to like give future self advice based on what I know now, it would literally be continue to look forward. Don't look back with regret. You got to where you are because of what happened. And where you are now is great. And it can only get better as long as you push forward. So don't look back and regret and stuff because that's a waste of time. Just keep looking in the other direction because you have control of that. You don't have control of what's behind you.
that's really good advice.
I'm 2 drinks deep. I'm getting philosophical.
We gonna start crying in a minute.
No.
The tears are gonna start rolling. Someone bring the tissues. Rebecca said, "Sorry, I was giving you range."
So I was giving you. I'm not fucking Shirley Bassey, Rebecca. I'm giving you range. Good question though. That is a good question.
That is a good
Let's flip
question.
this. Let's flip that. Like, so I've done mine. I've done mine. I think if we're gonna answer these, then you're gonna have to as well. So come on. What would you
Okay.
say to what would you say to little Jade? What would you say to future Jade?
This is really hard for me to think on the spot.
I know it's really
um,
rough, isn't it? Being a guest on a podcast is hard.
Being the podcast host is hard.
It is. It is really hard.
um, to my younger self, I would probably say, don't. I was very much the person that would always try to fit in with everyone. I would sometimes get myself in deep, deep trouble trying to fit in with the wrong
What kind?
crowd.
What kind of trouble? Like, are we
Oh,
talking like problematic trouble, or did you do something really ridiculous?
I did something quite ridiculous, which I probably could speak about.
You don't have to.
um,
Like, don't feel like you have to.
no, so I was hanging out with the wrong crowd. I must have been about 16 or 17 at the time. Um, no, definitely wasn't 17. It was probably younger than that. It was younger, definitely younger than 16. Um, and I was hanging out with the wrong crowd. We would go out drinking a lot at the weekends. We'd be sort of sat in the park,
Yeah,
as you would, typical
yeah.
British kid,
As you would.
like
Yeah, yeah.
the typical Brit sitting in the park drinking a bottle of Lambrini. I was getting served in the shops, like from
Do you,
14.
do you know what's really comforting? Is you're saying that, and I know how old you are, which means 20 years have passed and nothing has changed.
I would still sit in a park with a bottle of Lambrini. Um,
Yeah.
no, I was getting obviously served in the shop when I was younger. I used to smoke, so I was smoking when I was that age as well. So we'd
Yeah,
spend
yeah.
pretty much every weekend sitting in a park drinking vodka, ciders,
Hmm.
Lambrinis, WKDs, smoking cigarettes.
Oh, WKDs. God, that was so good.
But there was one night where I told my parents that I was staying at a friend's house. I did not, in fact, stay at a friend's house. We camped in the woods near to my house,
Really? Okay.
and did like an all nighter. We went to
Right.
Poundland, and you know those foil blankets that you get. Like, say if you
What? Like if you've run a marathon?
yeah,
Yeah. You
yeah.
can
So
buy them in Poundland.
yeah, you can buy.
Are you telling me I could go to Poundland, buy one of them, and just sit in the streets of a major city panting and pretend I've run a marathon?
Yeah, for £1.
Fuck me. Right. I found a new way to gain some money for charity.
So we went to Poundland and we bought so many of these foil things, and we made like a shelter in the woods out of them to keep us warm. We also
Yeah.
made a campfire. Now, I don't know about you, but when you're that age and you have no experience in anything like scout related, you don't know
Uh-huh.
how to make a campfire properly.
Mm-hmm.
And when you only have alcohol, you then can't put the fire out unless it goes out by itself. So we all left thinking that the fire had gone out in the morning.
Oh no.
And I remember coming home, it must have been about 7 o'clock in the morning, and we get a knock at the door, and it's my friend's dad who had had the police at their door that morning,
Oh
um,
no.
to say that my friend's I think my friend had left something behind, so she left like an identifiable thing behind. The woods was still burning.
Oh no.
when they knocked on the door, because we didn't put the fire out properly. Luckily there was no major damage. Like it literally stuck to. It was only an area, sort of maybe about this big. But it set off a lot of smoke. And it could have been a lot
Shit.
worse than what it was.
Was
Um,
it like in the middle of the summer, so everything was really dry?
I think it must have been around May time because it was around my friend's birthday, and her birthday's the end of
Oh,
May.
right. Okay.
So it was like at that time where it was like between being a bit damp in the mornings and being
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
dry
yeah,
in the
yeah.
mornings. But yeah, this fire hadn't gone out. So my parents then found out that I did not, in fact, stay at my friend's house, and I had, in fact, slept in the woods.
Oh no. Okay.
um,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah, fair
probably
enough.
my last weekend that I went out for a long time. I think I got very, very grounded after that.
I can understand why. Like, yeah, I can understand why. It could have been a lot worse, to be fair. You're
Oh, it could
right.
have,
But like,
yeah, could have been.
thank God it was that time of year, because I know certainly like in August and stuff, it can be really bad. But
Yeah, I've
we're not
definitely
talking about the Great Fire of London here, you know.
no, and I have since learnt how to make a campfire and how to successfully put out a campfire since then, which I recommend to
Like I
everyone, by
said,
the way.
like I said, we're all where we are because of our experiences. Don't look back on
Exactly.
them, look forward.
Exactly. So I would say to my younger self, don't try to fit in with the wrong crowd because that crowd can sometimes get you into a lot of shit.
Yes, yes.
um, for my future self, I don't know. I mean, obviously, I'm still in university. I'm still in my last, like, in my last year of university. I'm I'm almost at the end. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like I yesterday, I finished my last ever assignment that I ever have to do. I've got one exam left, which is in
Let's
July.
go.
So I can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Hmm.
Um, so to my future self, which is probably my future self in a month's time, of you've still got this. Keep pushing on. You've made it through 3 years of hell.
Hmm.
You can keep going.
Hell yeah. And you can. Like, you're so near the end now.
I am so near the end. And I mean, if you look back at maybe December, January time, I was very, very close to just pulling the plug on my whole degree.
Really?
Yeah, it was not a great time for me. I very much got to the point of I don't think I can finish this. I need to call it and take a break. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but I kept going, and I would say to myself, just keep going.
Definitely. Definitely. You got this. And it is literally like degrees are a weird thing, right? Because like
Yes.
you get so close to the end. I remember when I did mine years ago. Like I nearly packed mine in my second year. Just kind of like, why am I doing this? Do I want to do this? Do I even want to work in this field? I don't know anymore. I'm sick
Mm,
of this. And I remember eventually having a long talk with myself with like, literally, you've got a year and a bit left. Get it done. Get it done. Get it finished. You can say that you've done it. It doesn't matter what the result is. You've done it.
yeah.
And like a lot of people out there haven't done that yet or decided not to, but you decided to start it, finish it. Whatever you do after that is your choice. It doesn't matter. But at least you can say that you finished it.
Yeah.
And that's something to be proud of.
It's an achievement in itself to be able to say that you've done it and you finished it.
Exactly. Because it does require a hell of a lot of work.
It
So,
does,
you
yeah.
know, it's something to be proud of regardless of the outcome afterwards.
Yeah. I mean, I've got to the point now of I don't care what I qualify with. Like I don't care about getting a first, I don't care about getting a second or a third. I just want to finish
Yeah.
and I just want to get that degree. Because
Listen,
at the end of the day,
I'm in the 2-2 pack. Come join us. It's a comfortable place.
but like at the end of the day, when you're applying for a job, half the time they don't ask what qualification, like
Guaranteed.
grade you got.
Absolutely. That all they care is you completed.
Yeah,
Like what you got at uni doesn't. There's very few fields out there where they actually care what you got at uni.
yeah.
Like they just care because actually there's so many. I only speaking for the field I work in. I work in the scientific field. Um, and there are so many people who come out of uni thinking that, that they've got an amazing degree and they've worked very hard at it and they deserve it. But they'll walk into a job thinking that means they can do it all. And every job you walk into, your degree means fuck all
Mm,
because you got to learn the job. Um, it's a weird state of mind.
yeah,
It took ages for me to realize that.
yeah, yeah. It's difficult now, especially because with the field that I'm going into, so going into nursing,
Mhm.
obviously the NHS is struggling, as we've spoken about. Um, and
It's been a light-hearted conversation, hasn't
um,
it?
they don't want to take on any newly qualified nurses at the moment. So
Really?
obviously, yeah, so obviously universities are taking on all these people to do their degrees, and we're getting to the end of the degrees where we start looking for jobs and there are no jobs. And it's because the NHS are going through some hard times with their finances and don't want to pay out to train newly qualified nurses to go and do their like
Damn it.
drugs training and everything like that. Um, so we're all sat here
That's
twiddling our
that's
thumbs like,
fucking scary.
yeah. So none of us. There's almost no jobs in the pediatric field. So obviously I'm studying children's nursing, so I'm very limited
Right.
anyway
Okay.
on what I can do.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, so trying to find any pediatric job across the entirety of like this whole area is ridiculous, let alone the entirety of the UK. And in the last 2 weeks, two jobs have come out. One in a hospital a bit further down south, probably about
Yeah.
an hour drive from me. Um,
Mhm.
and that one had over 1,000 applicants
What?
for one position.
Man, so the level of competitiveness of newly qualified people, that's terrifying.
Yeah, it's you sort of like a lot of us are sat wondering like where we're gonna go. Like once we finish this degree,
Yeah.
what are we gonna do? It's difficult.
Wow. That is difficult.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Like I can't even begin to imagine that. That's a really scary prospect.
yeah. So I mean that on top of uni stress. So back in December, January time, obviously when we're getting told that we should start looking for jobs and there are none, I was like, I just, might as well just call it here.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah,
give
yeah.
up.
So basically, everybody watching, what you need to do is you need to subscribe to Jade, because in a year's time, Jade is going to be pushing for Twitch partner and professional streamer, and the more we can do to help make sure Jade can make this a career, the better.
I should be saying that about you. You with your
No,
viewership and
stop it. No, no,
partner
no, no, no,
pushing.
no, 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 no. And
You're almost you're getting
this is
there.
my pastime. This is my past. Like this is an incredibly fun, productive, and wholesome hobby that is going special places. Like,
Yeah, it's one of those things like if you make any money from it, it's a bonus at the end of the day.
absolutely,
Like
absolutely,
I've never been I've never been one, like we were saying earlier, I've never been one that's been in this for the money. It's been just purely for the
yeah.
enjoyment and for meeting people. Um,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And to be honest, like any money I've made through Twitch for the most part has been fed back into improving equipment, replacing equipment, paying for software subscriptions, Twitch subscriptions. It's just kind of it's just, I wanted to get it to a place where it was self-sustaining.
yeah,
And if it can stay there, then it's perfect because then
mm,
it then becomes this wonderful activity that I can do and enjoy and have fun and make a difference.
yeah, exactly, exactly. I think I'm the same. Like, and sort of anything that I've ever got from Twitch has gone straight back into Twitch, and
Yeah.
gone straight back into like upgrading things, making sure things are good enough, like getting a microphone upgrade because I noticed my other one started to be
Yeah.
a bit shitty. um, like and just doing things like and getting things to make stream feel more interactive and more
Yes.
enjoyable.
Yeah. And like just easier to operate when you're
Yeah.
sat here, right? Because like I don't know. I've had quite a few people visit my house now. And this room is also my office. Like I work from home as well. So I work from here as well. So it's really entertaining when I'm in a work meeting and my camera comes on and everyone else is kind of like they've got one pot plant and a window in the background and they like get this view and they're immediately kind of like, what? I
Yes.
like your microphone, or like, what's all this in the back? Like, I'm not going to get into why all this is here. Like, I just want this place to be nice. Um, but just being able to sustain all of this, and there's so many little pieces of equipment that go into making it just feel easier to operate and work, and it all just is just it becomes a much more pleasant experience as opposed to a stressful experience. I've
Yeah.
had people visit, walk into my office and go, how many fucking bits of equipment are you using? You have no idea. I have
Yeah.
buttons everywhere. I'm
See,
even
I
using my feet.
oh. um no, it's the same with me. Like if I like have say like a Zoom call or a Teams meeting or something with work, with uni, with my lecturers, my tutors, obviously this is my headset. I have
Yeah, 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 yeah,
devil
yeah.
horn attachments on these. So
And they're great.
exactly, and I'll turn the camera on and they'll be like, "Oh, hello." I'm like, "Ignore the horns."
I like the idea that you turn the camera on, but like you're not just sat normally like that. You're sat there like this.
Hello lecturers. I'm here to learn.
I'll be your student today.
Oh, oh. Um, Jess sent in another question of what would
Oh,
be
good.
your worst alcoholic drink?
I think everyone has one, right? Everyone has that one drink that they were young and stupid with.
And now can't stand.
Yeah, I have two.
I think I
One,
also have two.
okay. I'm going to name one, then you're going to
Mhm.
name one, then I'll name one, and we'll see what the resonation is.
Mhm.
My first one, Gila.
Mhm.
I have not been able to drink Skolzy. Don't talk about Drunk Danny. Shut up. Um, Drunk Danny is a liability. Drunk Danny has zero filter and will not stop. Um, I've not been able to drink tequila since I was 16 years old. I went to school and grew up in Nottingham when I was a teenager, and we. I remember I had very, very like my parents had parted, and I lived with my mum. My mum was very, very chill, very sweet. She was quite young, and she was very chill, and we all wanted to go out for some drinks. And my mum's response was, "If you're going to go out, these are the places you should go because for two reasons: one, they're safe, and two, you're probably going to get served." And she was right; they were safe, and we definitely got served. But we found a bar that did £1 tequila slammers.
Oh god.
I remember the first three. I have no idea how many more we had, but the stories I heard afterwards were like, well, I'm still told at parties today of just how violently ill I was in various parts of the city and our friend's house. I was so ill that I've really struggled even with the smell of tequila ever since.
Oh god. See, I can't do regular like standard tequila. I can drink tequila
Uh,
rosé because it reminds me a bit more of strawberry milkshake. It's like the creamy sort
it's
of
still got the
Baileys ish.
aftertaste for me.
It
It's still got
does,
that aftertaste. It's got the aftertaste and worse. It's like tequila taste with milk. Huh? Huh?
but just
No.
regular tequila. I remember once I went. There's two times actually. So one was a party at a friend's house, and the second time was when I was out clubbing. And
Yeah.
both times have ended up in me being violently, violently unwell a few hours later. The first time at the party, I'd had a lot to drink, which resulted in my ex-boyfriend having to put his fingers down my throat to make me sick. Um, which is always a great look, isn't it? It's always a great
Wow,
look.
that's a whole new level of codependency, that, isn't it?
Yeah. And I mean, I was still quite young. I mean, I was old enough to drink, but um, I remember a friend of mine ended up calling my mum to come and pick me up,
Oh no.
and she did. She wasn't very happy with me. Um, I passed out in the back of the car on my boyfriend at the time, and all I remember was sitting up and saying, "I'm going to be sick." In the back of my mum's car, on the middle of the A road, so there was nowhere for her to pull over. So my ex boyfriend took off his jumper and put it underneath me, and I threw up in his jumper.
Always an angel.
It's safe to say we didn't last that long.
No, I can't imagine why.
We didn't
What an
last that long.
angel he is, though.
Yeah,
How
at the
sweet is
time, yes.
that? But yeah, that's gonna leave a taint on any relationship.
Yeah. And then the second time was clubbing, and got it was a different guy that I was with at the time. He came and picked me up, and it was on the way home. We went and picked up a McDonald's, and then I consumed the McDonald's too fast, and it all came back up again quite soon after. And since then, I haven't touched tequila.
Yeah, yeah. Now I have a
What
second
was your
drink,
second? What was your second?
cider.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
love a cider.
I used to love it. I used to absolutely love it. I drank so much of it when I was young. And I had one incident at university, and it's probably one of my most like it's one of, you have those kind of memories, because I remember doing it too. You have those memories, and you just look back and go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
It was, oh god, it is just the thought of it. It's like literally my stomach's like, "Huh." Yeah, and it's a horrible story involving being ill. I don't even know if I can tell it on Twitch, but fuck it, I will.
Go on, tell us.
We used to. So when I was at university between 2002 and 2005. Um, yes, yes, that's right, everybody. In the before time, um, we um, we really didn't have a huge amount of money, in general. I think through my student loans, I had, over the course of each semester, which was what, 3 4 months, I had about 200 to £250 disposable income. That was it, after like paying everything else off. So
Mm,
you made it stretch over like 4 months.
yeah.
We drank a lot of very very cheap white cider,
Oh,
like
yeah.
4 litre bottles for about £1.50.
Yeah.
And we'd always pour loads and loads of like really cheap blackcurrant squash in it, just to at least make it taste like something that's not fermented piss. But that was our go-to. And if someone else was buying drinks for us, then we get a really nice cider, and that's what we drink.
Mm,
But we'd had a big house party, and I must have got through a bottle and a half or 2 bottles of these giant things. We'd all been there all night. We had a wonderful day, but I really was not feeling good. I was at that point of, I had a very British approach to alcohol. There was a
mm-hmm.
lot of drinking too much. There was a lot of possibly being unwell, which meant a lot of people of my generation, certainly when they'd had too much, were very, very good at dealing with the after effects of that.
Yeah.
I realized I was going to be very, very ill. And I had 3 of my very good friends in the room at the time. And I was in a beanbag. Now, I've always had problems with beanbags, because once I'm in a beanbag, I can't get out the fucking thing, especially when I'm drunk.
Yeah.
I'm stuck in there. I'm staying. Um, and the only thing I had to hand was an empty pint glass, and I managed to be ill very neatly inside my pint glass, and I was very proud of myself. I'd been ill, and I was one of those people who, if they'd got a bit drunk, they could be ill, put it down, take a breath, have a little drink of water, and probably start drinking again.
Mm.
That used to be what I did. Of course, put that down, very proud of myself. Someone handed me a bit of water, everything was fine. 10 minutes later, I forgot I did this, and I thought I still had a drink.
Oh no. Oh
Because when you
no.
mix your drink with a lot of blackcurrant cordial,
Oh no.
uh-huh. So now whenever I have a taste of cider, that moment comes back. And nope.
Oh god.
It was one of the most shameful things I've ever done.
Oh god.
But it's okay
Oh.
because I did that as a man, so it doesn't count.
Oh god, that's horrible.
It was honestly, my friends still take the piss out of me for that today. And it's just kind of like, I can't even argue with you because that is the worst thing I genuinely the most horrific thing I've ever done to myself. And the thought of it makes me want to like shrivel up and die.
Oh, every time I drink a cider now, I'm gonna think of this story.
You're welcome. Cider
Every
is evil.
And I love a dark fruits as well, which makes it even worse because it tastes like
Oh
blackcurrant.
no! No, you'll forget about this. You'll be fine.
Oh.
Just don't drink it in a beanbag. You'll be fine.
I think my second worst drink, and this is going to be quite controversial because I know a lot of people do love this drink, but mine is pink gin.
Well, it's been nice chatting with you. I'll see you again soon. Okay. What do you mean?
Yeah,
What
mine.
happened? What happened with the pink gin?
So in my local nightclub, you could buy. They had an offer on for pink gin, and as someone that never really had much money, I used to love taking advantage of these
Uh-huh.
offers.
You
Um,
do though, don't you?
and I spent one night in this nightclub. All I was drinking was pink gin and lemonade.
Good combo. Yeah. Okay.
But when you're in a nightclub, dancing around,
Uh,
jumping up and down, it was not great. It was just not good. I think in total, if you look at it, the amount of drinks that I had that night, I probably drank a litre bottle of pink gin in total.
that's okay. That is a lot of gin.
I am surprised I was still walking by the end of it, but I was very, very unwell. And this was a few weeks later, maybe a month or so later. We were at a friend's house. It was like summer, like we just started a heat wave, and my friend had a hot tub, and we were in this hot
Can we
tub,
use the correct term? Can we use the correct term?
a
People
jacuzzi.
call them hot tubs. No, 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 no,
Oh,
no, no, no.
what were you thinking?
Hot tubs. Hot. I mean, I'm sorry if you love a hot tub. I'm sorry to anyone out there who loves a hot tub. Hot tubs freak me out. I'm going to call them what I call them. They're a filthy sex pond. That's what they are.
I've never heard anyone call it a hot tub a sex pond.
That's exactly what they are. Human soup personified. They're
Oh, human
just
soup,
fucking.
yes. Oh, so we were in this hot tub, or human soup, and we'd run out of drink. My friend my friend was like, "Oh, I think I've got something inside." Goes inside, comes back out with a bottle of pink gin. I see that and immediately start to feel unwell.
Oh
He
no.
poured all of us a drink, and we're all sat there like just sat there. It was probably about 1 o'clock in the morning, and we're all outside in this hot tub in our swimsuits, like, yeah, pink gin, 1 o'clock in the morning. Let's get absolutely wankered.
Yay. Yeah. More
um,
booze.
yeah, I think I got about 2 sips in and was like, I don't feel very well.
Oh, bless you. No. Because it's
And
triggering, isn't it?
yeah, It is. And I remember immediately jumping out of the hot tub and running behind a bush with my drink in my hand, just saying, "Oh, I'm just going to go for a wee," run behind this bush, tip the drink out in the bush, and also am sick at the same time. And then
Yeah, yeah.
run back, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm done." And they're like, "Do you want another one?" No,
No,
I'm all right
no, I'm
actually.
good.
I think I'm going to order a taxi and go home.
Oh no,
So yeah,
nightmare.
even just the smell of pink gin, it sends me spiraling.
Mm.
I can't do it. It makes me feel very unwell. Any other gin is fine.
I'm a big gin girl. I love gin.
I do like a gin. Like, I think one of my favourites. I've got a mango and lime gin. I think downstairs.
Interesting. Okay.
I'm a big like flavoured gin person.
Okay, yeah, I do enjoy a flavored gin.
Mm,
I just love everything about gin. Like I don't. I think I got into it about seven. I never touched it, and 7 or 8 years ago, I got dragged to a few gin festivals and got trying a few, and it just spiraled out of control. And like literally, there's so many out there. I love. I'm really enjoying rhubarb gin at the moment.
I went for a phase of rhubarb gin.
Oh, I could fuck around with that all day, every day, but I have to hold down a job, so I shouldn't. Um,
Yeah, yeah. No, I can
but
deal
I
with
live
any
alone. I live
gin.
alone, so if I have it with my Weetabix, no one fucking knows. It's okay.
Especially if you're working from home that day.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You're very perky this team meeting. No reason.
This is just me normally. What do you mean?
I just enjoy Mondays. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, no, just any other gin, fine. I can deal with pink gin. Just the smell of it, I will automatically feel unwell, and that's me ticked
That's
out.
really interesting. And I suppose I can understand it's very distinctive, but yeah. And that's why whenever anyone asks that question, I'm always of the ilk, everyone's always got at least one.
Yeah,
Well, most British people have at least
yeah,
one
yeah.
because a large proportion of us had a very unhealthy introduction to alcohol.
Yes, like sitting in a field.
Yeah, trying to burn down a city. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Listen, that's now out in the open. That's the first time I've told
someone
that
out
story
there,
publicly.
someone out there, someone out there has already run Crime Watch. They're trying to get the reward money. This crime has been open for years.
This person on their stream said that they started a campfire and didn't put it out.
Oh
Please
no,
arrest them.
too good. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, right. Moving on. There's another one. I think this is from Rebecca as well.
Okay.
It says, "What's your go-to I have my life together outfit?"
Ooh, interesting. I think I feel most like I've got my life together when I feel like I'm either uh, how would I describe it? When it's sort of in that realms of feeling like I'm slaying, but I feel kind of like powerful and confident,
Mm-hmm.
you know? I probably relate it to work. Like if I'm in a workplace, um, and I just feel like I'm owning my shit. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I'm like I'm slaying. That feeling of I'm good at what I do. I'm commanding presence, and you just for me, it's all about feeling both fabulous and powerful.
Yeah.
I couldn't nail down a specific outfit, but holy shit, I love a pencil skirt. Get me out there in a pencil skirt and some big shoes, and I feel like I own the fucking room.
As you should.
That's what it is. I mean, that may be like very niche, but like that's my go. That's like my go-to. Like in the like when I used to work in the office and stuff like that, s- walking into a meeting like that literally felt like this is my room.
Yeah.
I might not say anything because I genuinely cannot be bothered with this meeting, but I tell you what, you all fucking know I'm here.
You all better pay me a compliment right now.
Don't even need your compliments. Just know I'm here and I am not in the mood for your peasant shit.
You're the peasants.
Everyone's a peasant.
No, I don't think I could even nail it down, like nail it down to an outfit. I'd probably say just anything that I feel good in. Like I wear
Yeah.
a lot of flared trousers, a lot of like tight fitting tops, and I find whenever I feel good in an outfit, that's my like I've got my shit together outfit.
Fully understand that and absolutely champion it. It's
Yeah.
the being able to look at like, catching a glimpse of yourself and going, come on, this looks good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a powerful thing.
Yeah. I don't think I have any like specific clothing items that I would say like I would wear. It's a really hard question. Rebecca's like making
Yeah, like
my
I
mind.
but it's a really good question because it's like again, I don't have one specific outfit in mind. I've got variant. I've got examples of outfits where I
Mm,
feel like I've put that on. I've looked at myself before I've gone out. I've gone out and I felt like I'm on top of the world. Like because I feel like I just feel so good that this works,
yeah.
and I love that I can make this work.
Yeah.
You know, um, and I think that resonates with what you're saying, and it could be anything from the ultimate party outfit to an office outfit to literally I'm wearing this to lounge around in the garden, but holy shit, it's cute.
Yeah.
Like it's still a wonderful, wonderful, powerful feeling, and you catch yourself in those moments. And maybe that's my vanity shining through, and I catch myself, and they've got a mirror in my hallway, and I catch myself coming down the stairs, and I've not been able to do this for decades, and it's only in the last few years I'll do this. Then I'll catch myself in the mirror and just go, "Do you know what? You're doing pretty fucking well."
Mm,
Because yeah, you look
yeah.
happy.
Yeah. I mean, I'll put
And I
on a
think that's what
nice
it is,
outfit
right?
and sit in my bedroom and be like, I fucking look good.
Right? Right? And I think that's the thing. It's not necessarily the clothing that's making that difference.
Yeah.
Because the one thing that looks best on you is confidence and
Exactly.
happiness. And if you're wearing something that makes you feel both of those things, then you're off. Like you've
Exactly.
nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Scolty said, I do rather enjoy wearing full three-piece suit, but I generally have no occasion to wear
Just wear it around the house, Scuzzy.
it.
Just wear it around the house.
As long as you're
Next
confident in
time,
it.
yeah, yeah. Next time you're like, I should get out of bed and go make myself some crumpets. Put that three-piece suit on. Go treat yourself. Catch yourself in the mirror on the way past and go, do you know what? This crumpet king looks fucking good. I'm gonna treat myself to double butter today because I look that good. Mm.
Super buttery crumpets, just because you're in a three-piece suit.
See? Exactly. Exactly.
Love that.
It's called positive reinforcement.
And I bloody love a buttery crumpet.
Clip that shit.
Right, so first we've gone from talking about not liking sausages to now liking buttery crumpets. Oh,
These are your words, not mine, Jade.
terrible. I'm going viral
Proud of you.
for the wrong reason.
Well, depends on the viewer.
Oh, right. So on the topic of food,
Yeah, yeah.
this next question is: you're hosting dinner for pals, and you've made
Uh-huh.
pizza.
Yeah.
One of them asks for a knife and fork. Are you inviting them over again? That's a no.
I've not decided what level of no it is yet. Who the fuck asked for a knife and fork with a pizza? Who does that?
I will put
What?
my hand up and say, if I'm out in a restaurant and I order a pizza, there have been times that I have been. There are times where I have used a knife and fork to eat a
Commit to
pizza.
it. Commit to it. Commit to it. Now you can explain why.
because you're in a restaurant.
Because you're in a restaurant. What? Do you think they're going to chop off your fingers if you pick it up with your hands?
I don't know. I just feel like it's like the correct etiquette to
Will
eat
they
with a
all
knife and
start
fork in a
shouting the
restaurant.
word peasants and chase you out with pitchforks? No,
They might do.
they might do. Tell them how much you like a buttery crumpet. That will distract them. You'll be fine.
Oh God.
Tell them you're the great arsonists of the South. They'll back off.
Oh God.
Listen. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen in restaurants where people use a knife and fork for their
uh,
pizza.
yeah.
But I will insist to point out that this almost always happens in a restaurant. Oh, hang on. Almost happens in a restaurant where someone on that table also has a pizza and is not using a knife and fork.
Mhm.
I'd say 95% of the time, that entire restaurant are probably looking at the person like this, thinking, "Are you okay?"
Peasant.
No. It's not about classism and peasantry. I use that word too freely. Like I literally fire that word at people I disagree with,
Yeah.
because God, it's a good word to shout.
Mhm.
Um, if I've prepared someone a pizza and they get a knife and fork out, I'll never cook for them again.
Would you ever invite them over again?
I'd consider never doing that either. Like, what's next? I'm going to cook them a Sunday roast and they just attack it with a spoon. Get the fuck out. Oh, I
Oh.
can only oh, I can only eat the cauliflower cheese and the gravy because I haven't got the rest of the utensils. Well, you made your own fucking choice, didn't you?
I generally don't know how someone would eat a roast dinner with a spoon, but I am pretty sure there is probably someone out there that has eaten a roast dinner with a spoon.
And if you have, make yourself known now, and I want to know how fucking long that took.
Was it a knife and a spoon?
Just one plastic spork.
You must cut everything with the spoon.
Huh? That's just for pure torture. Just ja- just
uh,
just hacking away at Yorkshire pudding with a spoon, wondering what the fuck have you done with your life?
at that point, I would probably give up and use my fingers.
You'd probably give up, right? So what, like a pizza? Which is remarkably convenient to use your fingers.
Oh God.
Do you know what would upset me more? It's I've legit seen people do this, and again in a restaurant, I've watched someone eating pizza with a knife and fork, and then eat the garlic bread to the side with their fucking hands. Make it make sense. What are you doing?
That
You
would be
are a
me.
walking contradiction.
That would be me actually. It's me. I'm the problem.
God bless you. But it's a
Oh,
restaurant. It's fancy.
yeah. That's why I would use the knife and fork.
Yeah, you're so proper.
So prim and proper. It's my
Oh my god,
upbringing.
did you bring me pink gin? Amazing.
Oh
Thank you.
no.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
Serve, why would you do this? Now every time
Like
I
eating pizza at home though, right? Obviously that's very different to a restaurant.
oh yeah, I would eat it with my fingers.
Would you judge a guest if they ate it with a knife and fork though?
What if they came around for dinner?
Yeah. Like they've literally served them some pizza and they said, "Can I have a knife and fork with this?" Would you like cater to their needs, or would you look at them like they broke in at Christmas and had an accident on the tree?
I probably would be quite judgmental. Yes.
Okay. We align on that then. We align on that.
Yeah, you would be heavily perceived if you came to my house and we ordered a Domino's or a Pizza Hut and you asked for a knife and fork. I
That
would
would be
heavily
the worst,
perceive you.
wouldn't it? It's not even like I've made you a fancy pizza. I've got in a Papa John's, and you're like, "Excuse me, can I have a knife and fork, please? In fact, this bread's a bit chewy. Can I have a steak knife?" Fuck off. Fuck right off.
Oh,
Would you like a mustard spoon for the garlic dip? Get out.
the tiny little spoons or the cheese knives that you get. Can I have one of these?
Yeah, exactly. With little prongs on the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, just grabbing this part. Yeah, some dippy. Nom, 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 nom. Papa John says no.
Using chopsticks to dip your crust in your dip.
Don't even go there. That's a whole new level of fucked. Don't even fucking go there. Although that sounds like a good stream challenge.
Oh,
12-inch pizza, chopsticks only.
that would be a good challenge, actually.
Would starve.
Are your chopstick dexterity skills not that good?
Not with entire slices of pizza, no. With a little bit of chicken, a little bit of rice, I can get
Yeah.
by.
Just picking this whole massive slice of pizza up with these chopsticks.
Give me like exactly. Give me like a pepperoni stuffed crust. I'm probably going to be a bit fucked.
Oh, even if you cut
But
it into
if
like
I'm
tiny
trying to,
pieces.
yeah, if I'm trying, how are you going to cut it into tiny pieces with chopsticks, Jade? Oh wait, you're going to use a knife and fork and chopsticks? Now we're getting into insane levels. Where are we going with this? What's next?
Oh, a spoon for your roast dinner.
I see your point.
Oh
Thank
God.
you for your question, Rebecca. This has been a very intriguing conversation.
Oh, it's definitely made for a great conversation, I will say. There is one controversial thing that has been brought up in a one of my previous podcast episodes.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so you think of lasagna, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lasagna has layers.
Yeah.
Would you class lasagna as a savoury cake?
No.
Okay, good. We're on the same page for that.
Mm-hmm. It's not a savory cake.
No, I had a full-on debate with a previous guest,
I would like to
who
understand their
believed
reasonings why they said it was a cake.
because cakes have layers and lasagna has layers.
Because cakes have layers and lasagna has layers.
Yes.
Okay, well, a brick wall has layers, so therefore it's a brick wall of cake.
Suppose so.
No. Holy fuck, my house is made of cake. I'm living the Hansel and Gretel lifestyle after all.
That's true, Scotty. Not every cake has layers. That is true.
Yeah, that is true.
That is true.
Look at Jaffa cakes, the worst fucking cakes ever made.
Are you calling them a cake?
They are a cake. They're called cake.
They're a biscuit.
They are not a biscuit.
They're a biscuit.
They're a fucking cake.
A Jaffa cake is a biscuit.
Nah. The bake's different.
Mm-mm. They're sold in the biscuit aisle.
So's Jamaican ginger cake. That's a fucking cake.
I believe they're a biscuit.
Well, you're entitled to your incorrect beliefs. I'm all about inclusivity. I will respect your opinions, even though I think you're very, very wrong. I refuse to accept cake criticism or definition from someone who eats pizza with a knife and fork.
Oh, that's me never winning Noms of the Week again, by the way.
Oh no, because I can't sway the votes like that. I can't sway the vote. It's the court of public opinion that matters most. I mean, like, will you get in the top five? Well, less likely, especially if you submit pizza.
Did you eat this pizza with a knife and fork, Jade?
But it's interesting because I think a lot of people would agree with you. I think there are more people out there who do use a knife and fork. I think there's also a lot of people out there who will agree that Jaffa cake is a biscuit. It's a long running debate. I've always
Oh
sided with
yeah.
the science of baking. The science of baking tells me a Jaffa cake is a cake because of the way it's baked.
Mm, we're all entitled to our opinions.
Here you go.
Scotty said they illegally cakes. There was a full court case.
Was there actually a court case over this?
I would love to know if there was.
I actually would. I really like the idea. Do you know what? I would love it if the court case was like a Judge Judy episode. That would be even better. Can you imagine Judge Judy losing her shit over that?
Oh, oh God! It's giving the M&S Colin the Caterpillar cake
Yeah,
debacle all over again.
yeah. So today on Judge Rinder,
Yeah, yeah.
this person has brought in Jaffa cakes, arguing that they're biscuits.
Oh, I used to love watching Judge Rinder.
Honestly, same. I don't know why, because it was awful TV.
It was the same with Jeremy Kyle. I used to love watching Jeremy Kyle as well, actually.
I don't think I ever got through it. I don't think I could get through Jeremy Kyle. I think it was because there was something about that. There was something about him
Yeah,
that
he.
made me want to. It made me want to drink in a forest and start fires.
Please. Oh no, I get it.
Yeah, I remember. I remember he was just so purposely antagonizing, and I could just see that manipulation from him, and it just wound me up.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, really, really like struggled with that. But then, like when I was a lot younger, I was part of the generation that had like some of the ones that were like OG and viral, the Jerry Springers, the Ricky
Mm,
Lakes, the Oprah Winfreys. They were like on TV all the time when I was younger, so I
mm.
saw a lot of those as well. It was just like it was relentless, and he just saw more and more coming up. And yeah, Jeremy Kyle was one of those. I just I think of him back then. What would he be like now? And I can imagine him turning up on my door with a reform leaflet, and I just want to punch him in the face.
He probably would.
Right?
That would, yeah. It screams Tory.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. No,
But I can understand why a lot of people enjoyed it. I really can.
I mean, it used to be the TV program that would normally be on during the day if I was having a day off school. So I would have a day off school and sit and just binge watch Jeremy Kyle.
There was always like 2 or 3 shows that was synonymous with "I'm off sick,"
Yes.
wasn't they? Things like that, or "This Morning,"
Loose Women.
"Loose Women." That was another example. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they were the shows that I'd normally watch. Or when
Did someone in chat just say BBC Bite Size? You were off sick from school and you watched educational stuff? You are committed.
BBC
Like, I
Bite Size
respect
was where
that.
I did my homework.
Oh, it was the best form of homework.
Yeah. No, I think
But if
my
I've got a day, if I'm off sick, I'm not doing schoolwork.
no, no, I'd be binge watching TV.
Yeah.
But if I wasn't watching, say, Jeremy Kyle or like Loose Women or anything like that, I would be on CBBC and CITV watching the
Yeah.
really crappy like Jungle Run and all the crappy old like game TV shows.
What
Um,
was your favorite?
mm, I'd probably there was a show called Raven.
Raven, that name rings a bell. Now, obviously, like we've got years difference here, so like it was probably we're talking about I'm in university at this point, but Raven rings a bell.
It was the guy that hosted it was very, very Scottish, but he was also very,
Okay,
very fit.
that helps.
Yeah, it was like a group of, I think they were like coupled up, so there was four teams or maybe more than four teams, and you had to do all these different like obstacles.
Literally just Googled it. He's fit as fuck.
He is fairly fit, isn't he?
Like that. I mean, granted, that facial hair looks like it's been drawn on.
Yes,
That man is sculpted,
he is just gorgeous.
and he has got a brow bone. I feel like I could hang off.
Yeah,
Like I used to do bouldering and rock climbing. And I'm like, I could hang off that for at least 20 minutes.
he is gorgeous. Yeah, so there was a saying. So what Chloe's just said in chat is you would have like feathers, which were like your lives basically, and
Uh huh. Uh-huh.
if you lost the trial, you would then lose a feather. And he would say it in his very deep Scottish accent and be like, "You have lost a feather. You have lost a feather." And oh, that used to be the highlight of my day if I was off sick.
Oh, it's the accent too. A
It's the
Scottish
accent.
accent. There's
Just the
some like
accent plus him is just
it's
melting.
both. If it's a Scottish or a deep Irish accent, I'm gonna melt straight away. It's a beautiful accent.
Yes. Yes. I love
See, one thing
accents.
I always remember when if I was off pulling a sickie was, and I don't know if it was something you had when you were younger. I don't know if it had discontinued at that point, but Neighbours?
Yeah. I mean, that's still on TV now.
Is Neighbours still going?
It still goes. It's
I
like
thought it
on.
discontinued.
It's on like Channel 5. Obviously, it's replays, but yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. So, but it used to be a case of like they'd show Neighbours at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and they'd always show Neighbours at about 5 o'clock in the afternoon as well, and it'd be the same episode.
Oh,
So it
right.
was always on twice a day, the same episode. And it was always a case of like if you're off sick, you watch that episode twice because there was fuck all else to watch. So you
Yeah.
really understood what was happening on Ramsey Street at that point because you've caught right up.
Yeah. I feel like I would use the first episode to like understand what's going on, and then I would use the second show, like the second showing of it, to really like nitpick at the details.
Yeah, 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 yeah. To point out all the flaws and the continuity in the story,
Yeah.
like clearly. Not the acting, because the acting was top tier. The acting was top tier on that show. Wonderful Australian accents.
Mm.
I always enjoyed every single that show. There was another one as well. There was one called Home and Away, and they always used the same kind of Australian inflection on the way they spoke, where every single sentence they spoke would raise at the end. So it constantly like talking like this, where everything sounds like a question,
Yeah.
and it imprinted in my head so much that it was like I'd start to do it.
Just everything in life is a question.
It's very philosophical.
It is actually, yeah. No, I'm trying to think. I don't think there was any other TV shows that.
Did you have a film that you would fall back on and watch again?
Um, I mean, I was a very outgoing child, so I didn't spend a lot of time at home. Like, my parents were very much in the stance of you should go out and spend as much time outside as you possibly can as a
Oh,
child.
100%. But I mean, on those days when you're like, you're off sick, did you fall back on like a DVD or a film?
Big Fat Liar was probably one
Interesting. Okay.
because I obviously had a VHS video player TV, so that was like one of the ones that I had on video. Um, I'm trying to think of what else. I had on
It's the
video.
way you spoke about that as if like that was I mean, it was abnormal for your time, right? It was
Yeah.
really abnormal. Oh, we we had a VHS. We were
Yeah.
retro.
I mean, if somebody came up to me now and was like, "Do you want to watch a film?" I've got it on video. I'd be like, "You what? On video?"
You're right, mate.
Yeah. Like, are you sure it's not on Netflix?
Have you been in a coma for a while or something?
I'm trying to
They
think of
remade that
what.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's on Amazon.
I'm trying to think of what else I had on video. I just remember I would always fall asleep with a video on to get woken up at like 3 or 4 in the morning to that really loud one advert that would be on every single video cassette at the beginning and the end. And it was like, you wouldn't steal a car.
Oh god, they were the worst.
Like,
Piracy funds terrorism. That was the one,
yes.
wasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You would just wake up and they would just like, even no matter what volume you had your TV on, it would still be really, really loud. That would always wake, I'd always wake up at three,
Yeah.
4 in the morning just with that blaring at me.
I have distinct memories of falling asleep watching DVDs and waking up to the music that plays on the menu screen,
Mm,
and it imprinted on my soul forever. Because some of it was absolutely nuts, especially because some of the stuff I used to watch was like really silly comedies and stuff like that. So
mm,
I don't know if you've ever heard of the Mighty Boosh.
yeah.
Their DVDs, the menu screens were absolutely like it was like a fever dream. So waking up in the middle of that, you literally I felt like I was back at a festival and I'd taken too much LSD. I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Uh, yeah. It got to a point where I had to. I think my parents made me stop falling asleep with the TV on at night, which was difficult because I hated the dark. But purely
Yeah.
because I think I woke everyone up in the household just with things trying to replay at 3, 4 in the morning and waking everyone up.
Yeah, my poor partner has to I still do it today. I
Mm,
still routinely like to put like TV shows or movies that I literally know word for word. I will put them on, take my glasses off, and fall asleep
yeah,
because I can lie there with my eyes closed and I can picture it in my head. I
yeah,
know exactly what I'm listening to. I can picture it.
yeah,
But it's a very much a comfort thing.
yeah. I do it as
I think
well.
it's linked to neurodivergence. I think there's a real element of neurodivergence there because it gives you something to hyper focus on that you know, but with your eyes closed and you can relax
Yeah,
and stop overthinking and stuff like that. But my poor partner, the amount of times I've woken up in the morning and the remote control's not next to my bed, it's on the other side of the room, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm such a fucking burden.
yeah. No, I well with my TV now, it's got to the point where it's kind of almost stopped working.
Oh,
So I've had to resort to having to watch things on my phone if I'm in bed. I mean, I'm at my desk until like late early hours of the morning anyway. Um, but if I'm in bed, I will sit there, and it's now become watching streams to fall asleep to. The
yeah,
amount of times that I've fallen asleep watching somebody stream and wake up in the morning and I've unlocked my phone and I'm in somebody's stream that I have no idea how I got there, who I've got raided into, or who this person is, but I'm just there.
yeah. Done that as well. Definitely done that
Yeah.
one. The other thing I do sometimes is there's a group of the community, my community. We have like a little side group where when our spoons are low and we want to just hang out in a VC and body double and stuff like that, we'll all kind of gather in there. And quite a few of them are based on East Coast US or Canada. So when I'm going to bed, they're all gaming.
Mm,
So I'll pop into VC, chat with them for 5 10 minutes. One of them's already sharing their screen, so I'll pull their gaming up. It's a bit like it's more like a very personal stream,
yeah.
but you're in a Discord VC. So like I've got that up, put it on the side, and I just like listening to them chat to each other. Like I can fall asleep in a room with my friends just
Yeah.
listening to them all being happy. Like I literally can fall asleep like that because it just makes me so comfortable. And being in a VC with them will do that sometimes. And the amount of times I've woke up to realize I'm the only one in this VC and I've been in there for 9 hours, or I woke up at 4. I legit have woke up in four in the morning to hear Cremery of all people, trying to subconsciously convince me to like pineapple on pizza. I literally woke up going, "What the what? I can hear what's going on," and I can just hear this voice going, "Danny, pineapple is good on pizza." Creme, how long have you been doing that? About 20 minutes. For fuck's sake.
Oh, I can just imagine him doing that as well. I feel like that's such a creme thing to do.
I love him, but he's a shitbag.
Oh god. Right.
Skullsy. Red Dwarf is my sleep series. Exactly that. I put Red Dwarf on, pass out.
Really? I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna lie, I've never heard of it.
Fair enough.
I think I'm trying to think. Oh, Hell's Kitchen was mine. Is my put on TV and fall asleep to.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yes.
So you're telling me you're soothed by a very, very angry, belligerent chef.
Yes.
Are you a Gordon Ramsay fan?
Yes.
More than just the chef?
I don't know. I like all of his like all series that he's done. I watched like sort of anything that he does. I've probably seen it.
Okay. Okay.
I think
I
he's a
mean,
funny guy.
I enjoy some of it. I really do enjoy some of
Mm.
it. I don't think I'd fall asleep to it. I think I'd get chronic anxiety. I think I'd be so tensed up. Conflict freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah, I went through a phase. So it was Hell's Kitchen. Come Dine with Me was another fall asleep to show. Um, Bake Off, Great British Bake Off. Can you tell these are all food related?
But Great British Bake Off, I can understand because that's calm
Yeah,
by comparison.
yeah. And the other one would be Four in a Bed,
That is a good show. That is a very
the
good
daytime
show.
TV show. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do
yeah, yeah,
love a bit
yeah,
of Four
yeah.
in the Bed.
That's
Um,
the bed and breakfast one, isn't it?
yeah,
That is really good. I really find that entertaining when people
yeah.
go into each other's like hotels and they're going through like every single element of their room that no one would. Like we
No,
all scan a room to make sure it's clean, but no one puts on a pair of white gloves and wipes behind the toilet.
like that around the toilet seat.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, I'm staying in this B&B.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, yeah. No, Four in a Bed was like very much a comfort thing, and it's still something that I'll watch. Like if I'm not feeling great or like want to just lay in bed, if I'm watching shitty like daytime TV,
It's
that
good
most of
viewing.
the time
It
that
is
is
good
on.
viewing. Yeah. MasterChef was another one that I'd rely on. I used
Do
to
like a
really enjoy
MasterChef.
do like a MasterChef. I like it a lot more now they've changed the hosts.
Is it not Greg Wallace and what's his name
Oh no
now?
no 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 no. Greg Wallace is a shitbag.
Yeah, yes.
Him and John Turode were removed after all the Greg Wallace stuff came out. So now
uh,
it's two different people. I've completely forgot the names. One of them used to be like a guest judge and one of the critics, and the other one was one of the professional chefs who used to be on all the time. But they're both like
hmm,
it's two female judges, and they're both pretty fabulous.
hmm. I don't think I've watched any. Well, obviously, I've not watched any recent MasterChefs because I still thought
I
Greg
haven't
Wallace
watched
was.
this series. I haven't got around to watching this series. Fun fact though, this recent series, and the reason why I've been like I felt a bit weird. What like I haven't got around to watching it. I auditioned for it.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Like I did like two or three phone auditions, and then like I got called in to drive down to London and do an in person audition. So I had to like prepare and present a meal in front of 3 people and a camera.
Wow.
It was fucking scary.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's cool though, very cool.
What would the phone auditions? Obviously, like, are they just to talk about you?
Yeah, yeah, but talk a lot about the kind of food you might cook in different scenarios, um, your relationship with food, what inspires you, what kind of cuisines inspire you. Like the first couple were like 20 minutes, half an hour. The
Mm.
second one was like, sorry, the third one was like an hour and a half. It was like
Wow.
really long. Talking about like, what do you know about this? How would you prepare this? Really weird
Wow.
questions. Cool experience though.
Yeah, I can imagine. That would be quite cool
Hmm.
to be on, to be honest. I'd love to be on a show like that.
Kind of glad I didn't get in because I just suddenly thought, fuck, that'd be intense.
Yeah, that I think that would be intense. That would be a
Yeah.
lot. And I'm pretty sure like you wouldn't be able to really speak about it with anyone either, would you, until after the filming's done?
No, no, you're under NDA. I wasn't
Yeah.
allowed to talk about it until they got in touch with everyone to say whether you were in or not. So if you hadn't got in,
Wow.
you're allowed to say that you auditioned, but you were under NDA to not talk about it properly until they announced whether you were in the show or not. So I did all of that. Didn't get into the show though.
Yeah. Wow. That's so cool. I don't think I've ever done anything like that. I don't think I've any like ever like auditioned to be on TV. I remember I think I applied for like a game show when I was a kid. It's like a Basil
What game
Brush TV.
show?
It was like a Basil Brush
That's
TV show. I can't remember what it was, but it was like one where you
Basil
had
Brush.
yeah,
Was Basil Brush around then?
the little like fox thing.
Yeah, I remember him. He was very much like an 80s thing.
Yeah, it was still around.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was like a TV show. It was you and a parent, and you had to do all these like different games. Yeah, I think I applied for that. Obviously, I never got in. Never heard anything after I auditioned, but
If you
that's the
could
only
if you
thing.
could apply to be if you could apply to be on any television show now, what would it be?
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. Just because I love him, I probably would say Hell's Kitchen.
Do you want to be shouted at by Gordon?
I would love to be shouted at by Gordon Ramsay.
We are learning about each other today, Jade.
I would love to be shouted at by Gordon Ramsay. That's like a dream.
I think if I had to choose a show, I would if I could get over the fear of strangers going through my cupboards and my drawers, I'd probably apply to go and Come Dine with Me.
Would you?
I think I would, yeah. I think I'd be all right with it.
I mean, I mean, even if they were to go through your stuff, I mean, you could still like hide a load of stuff.
Mm.
I think, I think
And I
you'd
think
still
a
have
degree of
like,
that is staged. I think you've got
yeah,
limitations. I think a degree of it is staged. But
yeah,
like it's just the idea of strangers going around your house. Like I don't like the idea of people I don't know. People I know are welcome here anytime
yeah.
if I invite them here. But the idea of people I don't know coming in is just kind of like, but what if you're a cunt? I'm sorry to drop a C bomb, but what if?
Yeah. I mean, after watching many episodes of Come Dine with Me with you, we have seen a lot of
There's a
characters.
there's a view. Their production team like to stoke the flames, and if they've got
Yeah,
a trans person, they're gonna bring someone in who's gonna be difficult.
yeah.
Now, which is fine. If I'm in their house, I'll make their life fucking difficult. That'd be great. But if they're in my house, I'm gonna want to kick them out. I might serve them pizza and see what happens.
With a knife and fork.
Uh-huh. I'll just leave knives and forks out and see who bites.
That would make for a great episode.
Right?
I think I remember once my mum tried to convince me to apply for First Dates. I don't know if you've ever watched First Dates.
I have watched that. I do used to watch that quite a lot.
Yeah, my mum tried to convince me once to apply for First Dates. I never did, but she did try to convince me. I just said to her, I feel like I would get there and I wouldn't know what to say, and especially if there's a camera that's filming you,
Yeah.
I would just feel
I
very,
don't
very
know.
awkward.
I'd really, really hate it because like dating is such a hard thing anyway, right?
Yeah.
Like normally when you go on a date with someone, that first date, you've already met them a little bit. Now, obviously, if you're going through dating apps and stuff, that's very different. I've
Yeah.
never gone on a date via a dating app.
Yeah.
Dating apps freak me the fuck out. I can't deal with them. Um, but more often than not, I say a lot of people go on their first date with someone they've at least met.
Mm.
And it's still really, really awkward. But to like suddenly be sat in front of someone you've never met and a camera's watching you do it, nah, nah, I
Yeah.
can't do it. Nah.
It's like 100 times pressure.
Yeah. Knowing full well that they're recording everything and not just everything you guys are saying, they're recording what the staff are saying about you.
Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
so much perception going on right now.
Yeah. I
Nah.
think I would rather curl into a ball and cry.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, if I do that on a date and they come back for a second date, they might be a winner.
Yeah. If I can sit there and cry and they're still interested after,
Yeah.
sign me
They're at
up.
least compassionate, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
No, can't do it.
Oh
There was
god.
another one. There was another one that was it's a very old friend of mine, and we get on really well. And sometimes, like we haven't done it in ages. We used to always get a bottle of wine. We'd watch random TV, and we just would rinse the fuck out of it. And we'd have such a good time doing it. She is routinely tried to convince me that we should sign up for Gogglebox.
Really? I think my
Yeah,
mum wanted to be on Gogglebox actually.
she really was keen to do it. Like it was, she has the most prolifically strong Liverpool accent. And I've got like I'm a northerner by heart, so like I've got a Mancunian family. So we've just got this horrifically dry northern humor that just gets worse when we're around each other when we drink wine. She's like, we need to get on, we need to apply. I'm like, I don't want to be on that show. Don't, because then I'm like forced to watch the TV and then people watching my reactions. I don't want. I say things that should not be on TV. No,
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that.
yeah, they're gonna
I
put
used
Jeremy Kyle on me, and I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm gonna get cancelled.
I used to watch there's these two brothers that I still watch on TikTok. Um and they were actually a family. So I followed them before they were on Gogglebox, but they were actually their whole family were on Gogglebox. And I'm pretty sure they actually got removed from Gogglebox for similar
The whole
things.
family, was that the family with the dogs?
They got one dog. They were from Essex.
Was it? I was going to say, was it the family with the Rottweiler?
No, not them. Not them.
Okay.
No, this family. It was two brothers, mum and a partner. Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure that they were either asked to leave or they had stepped down because they were making some very very like contradictory remarks on Gogglebox and it wasn't doing very well.
On Gogglebox, not on TikTok.
On Gogglebox.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, ultimately, then that show's going to be a massive reflection of what you really, really think,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
Which I'm not afraid of, but at the same time, it's like there's also going to be a lot of people who don't agree with the way I think.
Sure. Yeah.
At least on Twitch, they can just go watch someone else. If it's their
Yeah.
favorite show,
Yeah.
Gogglebox, I'm going to piss them off.
Yeah. No, I don't think. I get too like uninterested in TV shows. So if I'm sat there being forced to watch something for the sake of being on a Gogglebox episode, I'll get like 5 minutes into it and then I'll end up sitting there on my phone for half of the episode
Right?
because I'm not interested in it.
Exactly. That was
What
the
kind
other
of
element.
content's
It's kind
that?
of like I don't want to watch the news. I don't be forced to watch Midsummer Murders. I don't care for it.
Yeah.
Like I already know the way things go. Someone gets murdered in this Midsummer place, and then someone else solves the crime, and it turns out to be like the gardener. Like
Yeah.
All I'm angry about is why do people go into this fucking countryside village? Stop going. It's a death zone. Stop it. Um, no one cares anymore.
Yeah,
Put shows on I want to watch that
exactly.
basically revolve around food.
Yeah, yeah. Give me a food TV show, and I'm
Yeah,
sold.
yeah, yeah. Or Survivor.
Oh, are you a Survivor fan?
Only because I've been watching other streamers watch it.
Okay, my brother's
Now I want to watch more
a
about.
big fan of Survivor. He applied to be on
I ha-
Survivor.
did he really?
Yeah,
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
yeah. He's a big Survivor fan.
Most reality TV I can't get my head around. Like, and like my dad is obsessed with it. He watches so like I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. He's obsessed with stuff like that, and I just
Mm,
find myself going, "What? This is just the worst thing in the world. I can't deal with it." But I understand why so many people like it because there's a real kind of like craziness going on. But
yeah, I do like I'm a Celebrity. I just can't. I can't deal with things like Love Island. Like I can't could not sit there and watch Love Island. Like I used to be able
Love
to,
Island,
not
Love
anymore.
Island is like Love Island is it's an odd one. Things like Love Island, and I've got more and more objectively disgusted by shows like that.
Mm,
If you enjoy it, then fair play. I can't deal with it, and I think it's just that whole objectification of people. It just knocks me sick. I can't deal
yeah,
with that kind of like objectification of individuals based on whether they're attractive or not.
yeah,
It just feels wrong to me. I hate it. And
yeah,
to make a television show based around that to me just feels inherently and morally wrong. But
yeah,
that's my own thing.
yeah. I'm very picky with my daytime TV. Sorry, my cat. I've just noticed my cat's laying down in here. Lenny.
We want to see cat.
Hold on, should I show you?
You've got two of my animals.
Let me go
It's your
big
turn.
screen. Go big screen. I don't know if you can see him, but he's just laying down there. He loves being up against a wall,
Cute.
but if I pick him up, then he's just gonna.
It's gonna be upset.
Yeah, he's not interested. He's like, let me sleep. Let me sleep. Oh, right. Um. Oh, we've got one more question that was submitted 2 minutes ago.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
and it says, you both are glowing. What camera / lighting do you use? I feel very.
Interesting.
Thank you. Exactly.
One, makeup helps me
Yeah.
because I don't glow. So, my my tinted moisturizers gets me through every kind of scenario.
Mhm.
I use so I have a Logitech Stream Cam and I have Elgato key lights. I've got two key lights, one set up here, one set up here, but I shine them against my wall. So I'm actually the way my whole study's set up, I have a big double window
Mm.
back here behind. Um, but I have on my windows, I had installed like those internal white shutters that you can get because
Yeah.
my cats. I live in a tiny village in the countryside down south. Um, so my cats are very, very outdoor. If you leave the
Yeah.
windows open, they bring presents all the time.
Yeah.
So I had shutters installed so I can have my windows open and my shutters basically stop the cats bringing mice and birds and things in.
Yeah.
So I have my key lights, but I shine them off these big white shutters. So this entire area is bright white. So the shutters kind of shine off that.
Nice. I literally have a ring light that I bought on Amazon.
Yeah, but your lighting's great.
It's like I can probably grab it. It's literally that.
Hmm.
So I have that, and then my camera. I've literally just got a shitty camera from Amazon that has a little ring light around it. Got my main light on, and then I have strip lights in my little bed area behind me.
What does it look like if you turn your main light off? Out of curiosity.
would you like to see? Shall I show you?
Yeah. Let's do some science. Stream science right now. Gotcha.
I have a very shiny forehead.
One, you do not. Two, that is a sound clip waiting to happen.
uh, yeah, no, I have again, like similar to you, I've got a big window behind behind my monitors, but I always have my blinds closed.
Right.
So even if I'm streaming during the day, my blinds will be closed because there will be no doubt that I will still be going when the sun sets, and I'm at the front of the house, the side that the sun is
Hmm.
setting, so the sun beams through my window. So I always have to have my blinds shut
Gotcha.
because I will be blinded by the sun.
Yeah. I don't know. Lighting's one of those things, and I still battle with it all the time. I never feel like I get it quite right.
Yeah,
But it's like, it's been such a learning curve because I remember when I first went live, basically, I looked like I looked like a drag version of Casper the Friendly Ghost. It's
yeah,
just like
I
this Sea of Thieves streamer that was Casperina. It was just like a nightmare. Um, because I had this one ring light and it was so bright, and I was like, "That's what you need." And I thought that was right, and it didn't look good.
yeah,
It's taken
yeah,
so long to kind of tweak it and fiddle with things.
yeah.
But
I have
learning tricks about lighting behind you made a big difference.
yeah. See, because of my camera, so obviously I've tried playing around with different lighting. So obviously I've got this little sign up here,
Hmm.
this little like good vibes sign. If I turn that on, you can't read a
Yeah.
thing. You can't read what it says. It just looks like a
Right. Okay.
big purple blur. So it's always off. And it's the same with my lighting in my cupboard, my
Yeah.
bed cupboard. Um, like if my camera was up, it would look like a big purple blur. But I think that's because my camera is obviously not the best quality because it's
Gotcha.
just a
Yeah.
different
Yeah. Yeah.
camera.
Yeah.
Um, so I do try to like play around a little bit with the settings in OBS for
Hmm.
lighting to try and make my lighting look a bit better, but it's never really worked. Um, so I've tried to play around with these two lights, so the one that I have on my webcam and the ring light, and I have found that having my ring light on, it's on like the warm
Hmm.
setting, and it's on the lowest setting it can go, and I found that that actually really helps because I've looked at old
Does.
clips and I've had that on the brightest setting, and if I'm
Hmm.
wearing a full face of makeup, my forehead is shining like the sun. I don't know how
Yeah.
people
It can
don't
do.
get blinded watching my streams sometimes. um,
It's
it's so
really
yeah,
weird, and it's so unique for the different room and person as well. Because
mm,
there's no one size, like there's no one setting that works for everybody. It
exactly.
literally is telling because your room type, your wall colors, your skin types. There's so many different combinations that can change the way. For some reason, for me, no matter what I do with lighting, what whatever lighting I have, I can't have shining right at me. I have to turn it into the wall so it
Yeah.
bounces off and disperses. That's the only way I get it off. But it's interesting you say about the warm lighting because I've got two, and I have to set one really, really warm and one really, really cold,
Mm,
and it creates a balance. Because if I
yeah.
have it too warm, I look like I'm either really embarrassed or I'm currently going through an anaphylactic shock.
God.
Like I'm just
Uh,
bright red.
yeah.
Like,
See, I've tried doing what you've done. Like I've seen so many people say about turning the light to face the wall for it to
mhm,
sort of bounce off the wall for the lighting. But
so much better.
because my window is right there,
Yeah.
it doesn't work. Trying to turn my ring light around, it just doesn't work for me. I think
Mhm.
if my desk was maybe in a different place, like next to me, where I've actually got a solid wall in front of me, it
Yeah.
might work better.
You
But
need you
because it's
need a
literally my
white background
window,
or a light background for it to work.
yeah,
Like if you haven't got that light background, the light disappears. Because I've just got nothing but white behind me here. it disperses really nicely. But you can like there's things you can buy. You can buy really cheap ones on Amazon. So I think they're like a tenner that
Mm,
you can put over your ring light, and it's almost like it looks a little bit like it looks a little bit like a foil bag someone might deliver a takeaway in, and
mm,
it just kind of like extends out and goes over your light, and it takes the light and just disperses it out really calmly, as opposed to being quite forcefully in your face. That can make a big difference.
hmm.
So anyone out there is fiddling with lighting, like you can look at those. You can get quite cheap ones as well.
Yeah, I mean, this ring light literally cost me, I think, like 15 quid on Amazon.
Yeah.
Wasn't much at all.
Mhm.
And even before that, like if I was to turn that off, my lighting still wouldn't be too bad because obviously I've got my big main light on as well.
I even know
Um,
someone who's made their own versions of that with a couple of metal coat hangers and A4 sheets of white paper, and it's worked really, really well. Just kind of disperse that light out a bit.
oh really? That's cool.
Yeah.
That's quite DIY.
It's a bit MacGyver. I haven't got that skill. Um, I can't do shit like that. So
No, get the tinfoil out.
yeah, yeah. Get the tinfoil out. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, right. That was the last question. So, and we're almost coming up to 3.5 hours.
Are we really? Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. But I think we might start to wrap it up there.
Fine by me.
Yeah. I need to go and have some food. I think these drinks have gone straight to my head.
I will say this has been genuinely wonderful.
This has been really fun. Like I feel like I'm like literally sat with you in person, just having a conversation with you in person with a drink.
Good, good, because that's how I like to connect to people.
Yeah.
And I knew we'd be able to sit and just have a drink and have a chat and talk absolute bollocks about stuff.
Yeah.
Is exactly what I wanted. Louise, why are you counting down? That's making me fucking anxious. What are you about to do?
No, she's trying to get me to down my drink.
Oh, I've just seen the comments on the top. Okay, 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 okay.
Yeah. No,
Fuck's sake, Louise.
I've only got like that much left.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm almost finished as well, so you know it's timed really well. But it really, really has been very, very nice. And in a way, I'm kind of sad because it's like, well, when do we get to do this again?
I can have you on again. I would more than happily have you on again.
Well, maybe we have to just have maybe we just have to have a couple of drinky periods at some point in the near future.
Yes, and a dinner party. Not pizza.
Ooh, now I would happily have you come and be in my kitchen while I cook your favorite dishes, and we chat and chat.
Yes. We can definitely do that. We can definitely get that arranged. As long as it's
Deal.
not pizza and you don't give me a knife and fork.
Wait, I'm confused. So you don't want pizza?
No, we can have pizza, but I will ask you for a knife and fork, and I don't want our friendship to end.
You would not ask me for a knife and fork. You're in a house. The only reason you'd be asking for a knife and fork is for the bit, to commit to the bit and
Yeah,
try and be a bit
that's
of a shitbag. And I'll know
yeah.
you'll be taking a piss, and I will refuse to give you one. Use your fingers like everyone else, for fuck's sake.
I'll ask for chopsticks instead.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You'll get a spoon and you'll be fucking happy.
Oh no, this has been a pleasure.
It
This has
has.
been a
Thank you
pleasure
so
having you
much.
on. And I think once we've wrapped up, I'm gonna send us over to Krem.
He's in the kitchen.
He is in the kitchen.
He's currently, I think he's cooking a lasagna right now.
He is.
And I am going to judge the shit out of that boy.
If
Because
this
I have cooked him. I have cooked him my lasagna. And if he doesn't get this right, I'm coming after him.
he's got tough markers to meet. I may tell you that. No, if this isn't entered into noms of the week tomorrow as well,
Right,
this
right.
better be in noms of the week tomorrow.
Now I'll do one final really random thing about me before we go. And
Go
it
on.
all centers around my lasagna. You've got someone in chat who's already had my lasagna. In fact,
Mhm.
you've had more than one. But Skulls, he's had my lasagna more than once. I have this really weird system when people come and visit me. I've done
Mhm.
this for years and years and years. I don't like feeding people the same thing twice if people come and
Mhm.
visit me. I hate it. I want to give them something new. The only exceptions to that is I'm doing like a big fry up because we're hungover or a Sunday roast. They don't count. They're
Yeah.
just standard amazing meals. Um, so I will never cook someone the same thing twice. I've had the same spreadsheet active for nearly a decade where everyone who eats here, I've got a record of what I've fed them and what they can and cannot eat. So no one gets the same thing twice.
Mhm.
You've not yet had my lasagna. So at some point, I hope one day I get to feed you my lasagna. But what that would mean is once I've fed you it, you can't have it again unless you bring someone who's never had it before.
Oh. So if I came for lasagna
Yep.
and then say a month or so later, I
Yeah.
really fancy do lasagna again.
Yeah.
If I brung Louise with me,
Yeah.
we would then have lasagna.
If you'd ask for it, you'd be able to have it. If you were to turn up on your own and go, can we have lasagna? I'd be like, no, spreadsheet says no, get fucked.
That's really interesting that you have a spreadsheet. I love that.
I can't help it. That's how I live my life. I'm autistic as hell.
No. Louise is going to pick me up. Nice.
There you go. See, done. Scalzi's always trying to find loopholes. Scalzi's had my lasagna more than once, but he turns up when newbies turn up for lasagna, so he gets a freebie. He knows full well that he can't have it again on his own.
It's me. I would also be the same as Sculsey. I would just take someone new with me every time. Yes, Sculsey, you can come with.
It's my, it's all part of my fiendish plan. I just want more friends.
Yeah. Just
Bring
want
more
a giant
people.
dinner party. Just everyone come for
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah, yeah,
lasagna.
yeah. Yeah, I am always the hostess. Come on.
No, I love that. Oh, right. Well, it's been a pleasure having you
And
on.
enjoy.
I'm gonna go and put some chicken dippers in the air fryer
Fuck yes.
because I'm starving.
Do it. Do it. Thank you so much for tonight. It's been great.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. It was lovely seeing
And
you.
yes, I'll see you again soon.
I'll see you in chat tomorrow for come dine with me.
Bye bye.
Bye.